I think the sound is very low right now, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, we lowered the music because in the bar the music was just too loud.
I'll check in with Crimson. She's always got some bartender's wisdom to share.
Yeah, it's good sound level. Not saying I'm looking forward to them, but I hope they aren't as bad as that one.
Howdy, Crimson.
There's a really bad one in Soul Reaver. I'm like curious. If I look it up on Google, is it gonna be like a big spoiler? Soul Reaver water level, water something something. Oh, I just saw on Discord what you posted, Mr. The Juice. I see there is a game. I have a no mouth and I must scream. Interesting. That's what you were talking about earlier. Oh, Robite joined? Did I not see it? Yes, I did not see it. I'm very sorry, Robite. I will give you now access with a role. Ta-da! You will now have access to. If you're still around, that is.
They're always a nice crowd, cowboy. We like to maintain an asshole-free zone.
That's why you couldn't see anything. Is because I don't have automated stuff on the Discord. I do it manually. Ooh, you were playing Rogue Trader. I actually want to play Rogue Trader eventually on stream. Like, that is such a cool game. I started it, but I want to play it all over again. Like, it was really fun. I got to, I think, the Act 2, but it's really cool. Okay, it's not that the level was bad, and 2, you were saying it was a bad experience in the level. Okay. We all need to play more Rogue Trader. Everybody play Rogue Trader. No, I'm gonna finish playing this game for sure. 7 playthrough? God damn, I only had like Act 2 playthrough. I was playing a Psyker because I love Psykers in the Warhammer universe. They are so fucked, but it is so fun. Wait, you made your avatar grumpy was that silent, but and 2 did that, but I'm not sure follow. I do 3 new runs right now because of the new DLC that came out. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get that. I didn't see there was a new one. You also played Psyker? That is so cool. Psyker is the best. There is no other good class. No, okay, that's not true. I think there's a new class that came out with one of the DLCs that I haven't even tried. I'm trying to do achievements. Psyker was so far my favorite playstyle. I get it. I get it. Psyker is just so unique. And you could maybe make a whole party of Psykers. That could be so fun. I think some of the bonuses and buffs would not work because it would be too many of the same type, but whatever. Oh, you made your avatar grumpy when streaming Soul Reaver. That's funny. Wait, there are 3 new classes? Shit. This is so cool. Fuck. I'm gonna have to play that game like 100 times. It's so cool.
I'll try not to be an asshole then.
I'm not worried about you, cowboy. You had a session tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, with the doctor fella. We had a hard talk about what being a vampire means. He's having a hard time coming to terms with it, even after 400 years.
I can understand that. I've stopped aging for the last 20 years and don't know how I feel about it yet.
The game is quiet? It's not the game is quiet, it's that when we're in the bar, the music is higher than the voices, and there's no way for me to fix that. Like, here, the master volume is super high, music is all the way down. It's just the way that they balance the audio when we're in the bar. The second we're gonna be out of the bar, you'll hear better, I think.
How do you think it went with you?
If not, I'll modify it.
I don't know, Crimson. This fella really lives in his head. He's trying to rationalize himself out of being a vampire.
That sounds as human as it gets. We all do a hell of a lot of lying to ourselves.
We do. That is so fucking true.
You know, you're right about that. Sometimes we ain't ready for the truth yet.
Ooh, that's another good point. He's very incisive. Like, he's very good as a therapist. It is true that we will lie to ourselves up until the point when we are ready to face our truth. There you go. Oh, we could all play Rogue Trader together? That could be fun.
I think I was embarrassed about being a vampire for a long time myself.
The Soul Reaver has multiplayer. Oh, that's what you were going on about. Yeah, Rogue Trader I think is a bit buggy as a multiplayer game, but I think it is part of the game.
Sometimes wonder what I am. Staying the same age, drinking Andy's blood to live.
You're part vampire lady. That's what you are.
Don't get me wrong. I like not being dead, but I still feel like I'm living on borrowed time.
It would be hard to schedule playing a multiplayer, but it could be fun. Yeah, and it is a very, very long game. So playing it multiplayer would require a lot of dedication over months and months because, you know, we would not be playing that every day. And I don't think we have a very similar schedule either. So it could be really difficult. It might be better to play a shorter, smaller game.
It ain't that bad being dead.
It ain't that bad being dead.
I'm just not sure what
it's a bit weird to play multiplayer as you can be in different areas. Oh, I didn't know that. I did know it was janky, but not that janky. That's unfortunate. Baldur's Gate, you can kind of go wherever you want, so it's not too bad when you play multiplayer, but you could go in a different map, I think. Oh, maybe not, actually. If you leave Act 1, you can't do that without your other friend following you.
Yeah, I think a lot of us vampires can't answer that question either. I don't think there's one answer anyway.
There you go. So I guess I'll keep putting off the question.
But nobody's rushing you, Crimson.
You think I'd let anyone? But thanks for listening, cowboy. Now why don't you go mingle? There's a new fella in the kink room who's very interested to meet you.
Not another person in the kink room. Our character doesn't like to go in the kink room. And I'm uncomfortable forcing him to feed on whoever wants to be fed on. It feels just really awkward.
I guess I'll go be social then. Thanks, Crimson.
Okay, we're gonna be social. That's good. If we want to be. Oh God.
That ain't.
Greetings, my child.
That's a very creepy person.
Keep your distance, amigo. I know our kind ain't had good history, but I ain't in the mood for an exorcism or nothing.
Oh, he looks like a priest. That's why he's saying that. Kiss? Yeah, pretty much.
Ah, my child of the dark. If I were to exorcise you, nothing would be left when I was done.
He sounds a little bit Irish, a little bit, but I'm weirded out by how intense they're going with the goth look for all of the human characters. Can't they just make a normal person or slightly goth? Why do they all have to have crazy spikes and the crazy like clown makeup? Okay, I'm not judging people who like this, but I personally like a more subdued goth look. That's my personal taste.
Only the good Lord is free of sin.
How would a normal person be here? You can look normal, but not be normal in your head, you know? Would you find a normal person in a kink room in a vampire-themed bar? They could look normal. They would not be normal, you're right. But they could look a little bit more normal, is all I'm saying.
Holy smokes, what Bible have you been reading?
What Bible have you been reading, indeed?
I know my scripture, my son. However, I am by scripture and dark metal ordained, not by any church of man.
So, you're some kind of freelance priest?
Freelance priest? An improvised priest would be more appropriate. Yes. Oh, his name is Kieran, so yeah, that is Gaelic, so that is an Irish character.
I can give succor to those who need it most.
Well, Irish or Scottish, to be fair. I don't know. What about you? Your character looks normal. My character is a ghost. I don't think my character is normal. You mean this guy? This guy is also a vampire, but he looks more like a normal vampire. He looks like a cowboy who never evolved his wardrobe, which is kind of on point. A lot of men do not evolve their wardrobe over time. It's just gonna be a comment I'm gonna throw out there.
So I gotta ask, seeing as we're in a kink room, what kind of sucker are we talking about?
The sucking kind of sucker, I'm pretty sure. You feel called out? I'm calling out like half of the population right now, so I'm calling out a lot of people. How does a drink boba? You know, the normal way. I say ghost to make it more easy to say, but truly I'm not a ghost. Like, I'm not intangible. I'm tangible. I'm a revenant. I went to the underworld and I came back. So I still have a body. And I'm not dead. So it's kind of weird to explain. Eventually, I'll finish writing the goddamn story and be able to share it with you guys. I'm gonna finish writing it eventually.
I follow in the path of the Lord. I share my body. I share my blood.
I don't need to eat or drink. I don't need to. I just drink water or boba to stay hydrated so I don't dry out. Has nothing to do with digestion. Calling Ghostbusters? No!
Ain't this a little blasphemous for your kind?
To whom, my child? God is in everything, including you, sweet vampire. Can God blaspheme against himself?
He's saying that vampires are the creation of God now? Okay, that's a take. Certainly a take. If boba goes in, it has to come out. No. This is a weird thing. It's a weird thing going on with that. It makes sense, I promise you. But until I've written the story, it won't make a lot of sense. I'm sorry. It's weird. Now, Mr. The Juice, I'm not sure that's, that's not happening. Nope. It's not happening.
I merely wish to give comfort to those who live in darkness. And so, I choose to live in darkness.
Would magic be a sufficient explanation so far? Yes, it would be. Yep, exactly. Magic. We're gonna just go with magic. With the little jazz hands, magic. That explains everything. Like a machine gun. That reminds me of a thing I've seen before, a video that was making the rounds in my group of guy friends. And I'm not gonna go into any more details than that. You guys guess. I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, exactly. My avatar so far works because magic. It's how she defends herself from priests and exorcists. Yeah, maybe.
Come, my son. I shall give succor to you.
I don't need succor, my dude. I don't need it.
All right. Maybe if you stop calling it that.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. Nah, we're skipping that.
Flinched.
I did not, my son. I do not fear death. But
I should have clicked. I should have clicked S to skip, because I clicked with my mouse. It counted it as a failure. That's enough sucking sounds, please. Still want a bowl with your head? I don't care that it's plasma. What? What was that from?
Thou shalt not want, my son.
Oh, your avatar also works because of magic. Okay. What are you exactly? What kind of magic makes it work for you?
Yeah, I guess I am.
I know those of my faith have hunted your kind. Perhaps we fear our own sin, so we seek the sins of others.
That is also a very real thing. We fear our own sin, so we seek the sins of others. A magic tech robot, that's so cool.
As do we all, whether we know it or not.
That is so cool. Is it like a humanoid kind of robot? Or like a robot?
You ain't wrong, I suppose.
That was an extra robot in there that was unnecessary.
What's your name, fella?
Can't bowl with my head. It's just orb of light. Can't touch it. Oh, that's interesting.
I am Kieran.
That's a cool head.
It means little dark one.
Yeah, Kieran.
The night always did call to me.
The only reason I knew it was Gaelic is because I had a character in one of my stories that I called Kieran.
Well, Kieran, I'm Sam, and I appreciate the blood.
Cat girl robot, that's so cool.
A little sleepy now.
Go with God, my child of the night.
Bye, priest.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Adios, priest. Magic will find a way. Yes, that's a good. What are you, Mr. the Juice?
Evening to you, Samuel.
Are you a person? Are you a robot?
With Senora Deste?
Oh, we're doing Senora Deste right now? Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're making some good progress.
That is wonderful. Remember, though, that
A
the road
green
to inner
snake!
peace is not a straight line.
That's cool. Is it a normal snake? But you can talk, so you're not a normal snake.
True enough. I like to say I didn't make my path. Nature did.
Nature did.
Samuel, you have the makings of a poet.
Yes, he does.
Oh, I meant it more literally. When I was walking in the woods, I just walked where the land led me.
But you see, this is a wonderful metaphor. If there is a valley between two mountains, that is the path nature takes us on. We often choose to climb the mountain instead when the easier path is made for us.
Just a normal snake. It's a miracle I can type this well. That's a very good point. How do you even type? Do you hit with your head on each key that you want to spell out? Or do you use your tail? Did you grow arms? Now I'm so curious.
Your experience guides your intuition more than you might expect, my friend.
Tail or teeth? Okay, okay.
Guess it's that peasant wisdom the Senora mentions.
Be careful with the labeling, my friend.
Yeah, labeling, my friend.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. I ain't ashamed of being a peasant. I'm just folks, as we like to say.
Oh, okay.
I can see why the Senora has become quite fond of you.
Ah, you used to be a snake before you drew your current avatar? But now you're not a snake? Oh, I was reading in purple. I thought it was the same person talking. Okay, so before being a robot, you were a snake. Okay. That makes more sense. My brain was just like, what am I reading?
Are you prepared for your session with her?
Yeah, I think with our progress, there might be some other distortions to focus on. Let me think.
Okay, well, she has the control fallacy. She does a lot of Nosferatu. She does a lot of blaming her family. Always right is also a big one for her. And maybe overgeneralization. Let's go with this.
All right, locked and loaded.
The snake to cat robot pipeline. I'm sure it's happened more than once.
The people of your country have so many colorful phrases having to do with firearms. I do not understand the obsession.
Yeah. It's you know, it's a thing, firearms, for sure.
I can't explain it neither.
I shall leave you alone with the Senora, Samuel.
Right, we are alone with the angry old lady.
Howdy, Senora. Good to see you tonight.
You are looking forward to seeing me.
Yeah?
Well, sure I was. You're an interesting person, Senora. It's a privilege to get to know you.
Do tell me, is it loud enough now? If it's not loud enough, I will increase the sound.
I suppose you have learned something of manners yourself. I thought a lot about the things we talked about last time, you know.
Oh, yeah? What about exactly?
About how foolish I was for wasting my time for so long fighting against reality.
Oh god, I was foolish for wasting my time? Blaming?
A woman so
Nope.
learned and accomplished was probably never ineffective or foolish, don't you think, Samuel?
So she's Nosferatu thinking?
Now hold on,
Okay.
Senora. Maybe you were fighting reality some, but that doesn't mean you were wasting your time.
Wait, Castle Crashers recently got a DLC that allows you to implement your own character by drawing them, and I spent a while yesterday drawing my character in there. What is Castle Crasher? Why is it so cool that you can draw your own character? That is amazing. I think you can increase the volume. Okay. I'm gonna do that right away. Because it's a lot of talking, so it's important that you
That
hear it
fighting
too.
with reality is just part of what makes you human. It's your experience, your journey that you're learning from.
This is better?
But if the aim was to control my family, I failed to achieve that aim.
Yeah, but that's real all or nothing aim, Senora. It's easy to fail when the conditions for winning are so narrow, right?
Yes. You are, of course, correct.
This is a lot more chill than earlier. I know I can click whenever I'm ready. I know nothing's gonna come and bite me or, attack me or shock me or, pursue me. This is safe.
Would that I had listened to the simpletons in my life earlier.
Well, I'm glad you've been doing some thinking. You were putting so much pressure on yourself to be the one keeping your family going. I can tell how much it was weighing on you.
I spent so long trying to fix them, trying to transform them into something that they were not.
Castle Crashers is a very old kind of beat 'em up with very Flash era style. I remember playing a lot of Flash games when I was younger. When I first started video games when they came out. That was fun. There were a lot of really cool things on the web. And most of them were free too. It was so cool.
May I talk to you about my ex-husband, Sam?
Sure, we can talk about your ex-husband who was like twice your age when he married you. And it's going to be really, really dark topic coming up. Be ready, guys. This is going to be dark.
Of course you can. I know he gave you a lot of grief.
He hurt me deeply, in so very many ways. He was the start of all my delusions because I thought I could fix him.
Yeah, that's a mistake people make. You cannot fix other people. Everyone's got to fix themselves.
I thought Frankie was the way he was because I was not an ideal wife. That perhaps he would have been faithful if I had been as beautiful or fertile as a Medici.
Oh, God.
I know I have been arguing with reality, as you have said, but the idea of a fruitful marriage, sanctified by God, this was the only reality I had. But that reality did not match with mine. God could not have blessed both our marriage and riddled Frankie's penis with French diseases.
Oh, God. I don't think God did that. I think Frankie did that, lady.
French diseases?
We used to call syphilis the malfrance.
Oh. Her husband had syphilis? I hope they didn't actually try to make babies. That's bad. They made it very easy to draw all the frames by giving an easy to use template. That's cool. It's always the French. Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm not French. It's not my fault. Pretty sure syphilis came from people who did stuff with animals, didn't it? Syphilis origin. Wait, the exact origin. Oh no, that's AI. I don't care about AI. History of syphilis. The first recorded outbreak of syphilis in Europe. How about in the world? But it was in Italy that it was the first time. Interesting. A lot of people had it. What the hell? Franz Schubert? Friedrich Nietzsche? Al Capone? They all had syphilis? What the hell? Oh, it says the exact origin of the disease was the sort of debate until archaeological and genetic evidence showed conclusively it originated in the Americas. There were two primary hypotheses. In the 50s was that it was carried to Europe from the Americas by the crew of Christopher Columbus. And the other hypothesis was proposed in the 30s, and is that it previously existed in Europe, but went unrecognized. Some analyses in 2008 and 2024, that's very recent, showed syphilis originated in the Americas around 9,000 years ago, adding to a preponderance of archaeological evidence showing the disease existed in the Americas prior to the arrival of Europeans. So it's been a North American, or at least American, could be South American, I don't know. That is intriguing. I don't know why I'm going down this rabbit hole right now, but I think it's interesting. to disprove the source that the French were at the origin of that? But 9,000 years ago, I mean, that's forever ago. I can't believe the French invented syphilis. They did not. How dare they? Why did you invent that? I did not invent that. The people back then didn't really care where it came from. They probably just blamed the French. Yeah. People blame the French today as well. Hating the French has always been a meme. Yes, it is.
Diseases don't belong to any nationality. You sound like a certain politician from back home.
Oh, interesting. That they're making a little political message here.
Do not insult me. Have I not suffered enough with my husband's disgusting malady? It was a painful lie to live. I could only conclude from my sorrow that God was testing me. Endlessly.
The Senora was seeking a justification for her feelings, and I believe she found one.
Justification
It was
for
a painful
blaming?
lie to live.
God damn it, what is
The
it?
Senora was seeking a justification for her feelings, and
I was right.
It was a painful...
The Senora was seeking a justification for her.
It was a...
Control?
I want to challenge you on something there. That
God, he's
sounds
such a
like
brat,
kind of
yeah.
hopeless statement. Like you're doomed to keep being tested on God's terms.
Alpha Germany. One of the ministers of one of our states once said, border security is people security. Every denied French person is one more happy German. European people, you know, don't like each other too much. They live too close together. All the countries are too, you know, stuck together. It creates a lot more of dislike between peoples, I think.
Perhaps it was hopeless. As you said, Isabella d'Este and Francesco Gonzaga could not change their natures.
That's true, but here's the thing. Does that mean you were doomed? Or were you just doomed on God's terms?
Like, it's been a really long-standing thing where European countries just all hate each other for different reasons at different times.
I think
It goes
this just
back
needs
and
a little
forth.
reframing. I know you were dealt a rough hand, but it doesn't necessarily mean you were being tested. Sometimes we just gotta make do with the hand we got.
Yeah, sometimes we just gotta make do.
What I'm suggesting is that then and now, a radical acceptance approach could have helped you.
What? Denmark and Sweden are infamous for constantly fighting? I thought those were like the kind that would get along, actually. Isn't Denmark an island and Sweden like part of the continent? So like they don't even have a border together. Oh, a lot of fighting throughout history. I see.
What do you mean?
You could have been polyamorous. Yeah, I could have a secret
You could
arrangement.
have had some sort of secret arrangement. That was pretty common back then, right?
Oh, we did have a secret arrangement. The arrangement was that he kept secrets from me and I pretended not to know about them.
Had you ever considered talking about it?
I could not. You do not know what it was like back then. A woman, even one such as I, was always subject to her husband.
That is very sad. That ever happened. Then it still kind of happens in some places. It's
I
bad.
did not have a say in his affairs. I had to play the part of the good wife and mother.
Yeah, she just had to pretend everything was fine. That's really sad. During Austria's war with the Ottoman Empire, they managed to attack their own army and lost around 10,000 men. The Ottoman Empire wasn't even present. That feels like something I would do somehow. I feel like that's something I would definitely do. Go to war and like forget we're going in a direction, go in the wrong direction and like attack my own army for sure.
You must understand, I only earned my significant power by
Get
playing
turned
this
around on the
societal
battlefield.
game.
But he knew you were aware of his indiscretions, didn't he?
It was hard to deny when he approached me with that rotten thing between his legs.
Does syphilis really have an impact on the genitalia? I really thought syphilis was everywhere else on the body and eventually you go mad and then it kills you. They didn't go the wrong direction. They were drunk. What the fuck? That's so cool. That is kind of a cool history little thing. Learning this in a history class would make history class really a lot more interesting.
So why not bring the issue out in the open?
He would have become angry, I am sure. Perhaps he would have beaten me and taken away the privileges I had worked so hard to earn. Perhaps it is pointless to tread over the past again and again. What has happened has happened.
There were some classes in history that were kind of more boring. I had some really fun ones, but it really also depended on the teacher. Some teachers just made it boring. They just went on and on about dates, and those are not that interesting. But like little tidbits of history like that makes it so much more interesting. Thankfully, I can't explain to you how syphilis works. I just remember that syphilis is the one that makes people go mad. That is the only thing I remember about it. It makes people go mad. I don't remember all of the symptoms, but I don't know if they do anything to the body parts between the legs. To be fair, our teacher was based though. There we go. Teachers do make it more interesting just by being good ones. You love one of your old history teachers? You know, love them or just they were really cool? My first history teacher was really bad. He was an old man who would just sit at the desk and just talk forever. And that was really bad. I still liked history. I was reading historical stuff on the side during that class just because I thought it was interesting. But the classes were really just boring. We had one that was specialized in the Second World War. And even though he was super into it and he was super interesting, I'm not crazy about the First World War and the Second World War history. It feels very limited in terms of what it tells you about the world. There's so many things that we don't learn in history classes. So many cultures we could learn about outside of Europe and North America, because that is the only thing we were ever taught here. And I was very upset about that. I think we should get more world history in high school, especially. The teacher was so good that he managed to have us willingly skip break twice. That is a really cool teacher. Amazing. I'm so tired of hearing about World War II. They never talk about new stuff about it. That is another thing. Yeah, they barely ever discover new things about World War II. It's mostly known. 90% of history in Germany is the Second World War. Eventually, I got bored. We even had it in German language half the time. Yeah, that's the thing. It's important to know. Everybody should be totally aware of what that was. But there's a lot of world history that is also super interesting, and we don't touch it. And that, I find that makes people much less empathetic. Like, the less you know about people from other places, the less you understand what they go through, how they think, how they see the world. And you end up having less empathetic people because it's always navel gazing and focusing on your own country and your own culture. I find that very unfortunate. And the small glimmers of hope when it was something new. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly like N2 says, like, it's important to remember, especially in today's climate. Good point. Everybody needs to know what happened and how we managed to defeat what was happening. But I don't think we defeated it properly because there was always neo-Nazis. There's always been people who thought that was fine and who would be like Holocaust deniers and that sort of thing. We've always had an issue with that. And we were putting our heads in the sand, pretending that those people did not exist, but they did. They were just silently part of society, believing that, you know, the Holocaust was not a thing and the Nazis were right or something. Those people were just ready to believe that, and we allowed them to believe it in private. Nowadays, they're out in the open, they're spouting their nonsense, and now we see, like, the gravity and the amount of people who are affected with this weird belief. It's crazy. They touched something else like the Holocaust, for example, the sinking of the Bismarck or something. Oh, I've never even heard of that. At least the name doesn't ring a bell. I've watched a lot of military movies, so I know a little bit more than what my history classes taught, but for sure, like, there's a lot to learn other than the basic stuff, for sure. Yeah, it's important to keep talking about it. I don't mind if they teach only history of other countries. But for example, we had luck to learn how the German Empire was formed. Even it's not mandatory, unfortunately. That is interesting. I like the more like prehistorical stuff, like the Celts, their travel through Europe, how they ended up in the British Isles, how they lived their society, how they had like druids, that sort of thing. Like, that's interesting. If we go to like any part of Africa. Like, I love to learn how people live in the desert. They have so many interesting ways of living in the desert that is so different from other places. And to know that there is a desert in China too, and they have their own way of living there. And all of the countries that end with a stan, like Uzbekistan and all of those countries, we only know the names. We know that they exist on the map, and then nobody ever teaches us any of the history of those places. If you want to learn about it, you have to read it for yourself online, and a lot of stuff online is not really reliable nowadays, so it's kind of iffy to get any information. Yeah, agreed on that, Mr. The Juice. It doesn't need to be everything, but it needs to be a thing.
It has been nearly 5 centuries. I should not let the past haunt me so. If I am true, Sam, I am still very angry about all the lies I was told. I may be harboring some resentment.
She's doing pretty good. She is feeling her emotions. She knows it's resentment. She's aware.
You don't say.
You will understand when I tell you of Frankie's greatest cruelty. I will tell you that the man, for all his fighting spirit, had very weak sperm, for he could not sprout a male seed in my womb.
But what? I mean, it's not a matter of being a weak sperm. That's the male seed is just random. Lady, it is random. Control fantasy. Oh.
Thankfully, I had no natural children of my own, but even I know that they would have had only half of my genetic material.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the man...
Blaming?
Hold on, are you really
okay, she's doing a lot of blaming. Period.
Having girls?
It could not have been my fault.
Senora, even I know it's just luck of the draw. I think you know that too.
Fine. Perhaps I just wanted to insult Frankie. But I will continue.
Yeah, she gave up on that one really quickly, like just fine.
My first child was a girl. I could not have been more embarrassed. Or so I thought. Until I had my second child, who was also a girl. I
think it's very sad when people are that upset about the gender of their child. Like, seriously, 1, you can't control it. 2, it's not, it's not a bad thing. It's stupid. You can be more fertile, less fertile than normal, so not complete random chance. I mean, yeah, but it's not a matter of fertility, whether it's a male or a female baby. So this lady is saying because his sperm was supposedly weak, he could not make a baby boy. But that has nothing to do with the gender of the baby.
I will tell you, Sam. I was a young woman in mourning. I did not emerge from my chambers for weeks.
Just because she had 2 baby girls. That's very sad.
Next time, finally, I had a boy. My beautiful Federico. He was such a charming child. He would entertain me so with his clownish behavior.
Okay, she did get a boy. Why is she complaining then?
Picture, Sam.
Well, sure. Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at this baby. I'm kind of scared. Oh, God.
Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? He could have been a movie star or a model today, don't you think?
I don't know. The beauty at the time was not the beauty we know today. So I don't know. Is this baby a model? Maybe? I don't know.
Admit it. He is the most handsome boy who ever walked this cursed earth.
Mothers have a tendency to think their babies are the cutest, though, so that's just normal of her to do that. She doesn't seem to agree.
Why am I asking you? What do you know of beauty?
I know a lot about beauty,
I gave
lady.
all of myself to him. All my guidance, all my wisdom, and all of my love.
So he was a spoiled brat, and he never became much of anything?
Everyone said, you are doting on him. Give him some air. How dare they tell me my business? I am Isabella d'Este. I know what is right.
I don't know what you're reacting to, Robot. I have a very, very bad memory. So I don't know what I said that could have triggered. Yeah, like what? I'm sorry. I could say something and forget it right away. Right after. Oh, what do you know of beauty? That's what you were reacting to. You're right, doting on him. Give him some air. How dare they tell me my business? Always right.
Senora, I'm sure you
I got
knew
that
what was
one.
best for your son, but ain't it possible that those people might have been able to help you? It's lonely work when you feel like you can't listen to anyone else.
Are you telling me how I should have raised my son?
I
yes.
got a better sense of self-preservation than that, Senora.
Oh, yeah, self-preservation
But
indeed.
you gotta admit, this Nosferatu thinking of being always right is pretty exhausting, ain't it?
Oh, that is true. And as it turned out,
Nobody's always
pointless.
right.
It did not matter in the end. Frankie, in his supreme foolishness, managed to get himself captured by the French.
Okay.
He ransomed himself out of prison.
He
with
ransomed
something more
himself?
precious than all the gold in Venezia. More valuable than the Pope's seat.
No, he didn't give his son to get himself free.
He sold
No,
my son.
that's
My
dark.
beautiful Federico.
Yeah, Robite is always right. That's good to know. I am now taking notes. If you're always right, I will never, argue. Unlike
Dang,
what I do with Mr.
That must have
Wolfie.
been devastating, Senora. I can't imagine how painful that must have been.
No, you cannot. For you will never be a mother to a son so
Perfect,
beautiful,
sure.
so intelligent and so pure. But that was not the end of my pain. It was not enough to take
Is
my
the son gonna
away.
get murdered?
Not content to merely break me, the French, as always, needed to corrupt.
How does the planet Mars end? I think you're gonna have to ask the Scribble. The French. Okay, she's overgeneralizing all the
What do you mean
French.
the French always needed to corrupt?
I had to analyze that
They
sentence for a
are
second there.
debauched people. I know what they are like.
Mars will outlive us for sure.
Senora, you're too smart to judge an entire group of people based on an icky sample. You did that last time talking about the Spanish, and I called you out on it then too.
Also, you're kind of right. You are kind of right about Mars never ending. Nothing ever ends in the universe. There's this whole thing in science that says, you don't ever destroy or create, you always transform. What was the sentence again? It was something we were taught in science. I can't remember the sentence itself. Forget about the failed dating attempts. That's true. I think you just got double rejected, Mr. the Juice. I'm sorry. The Scribble is like doubly rejecting you, pretending they never even knew that you were gonna date.
Besides, we're vampires. What the hell does it mean to be
It's a
French
very
or
fickle
Italian
8-ball.
after a century? All the people that made France French back then are dead now.
You will have to wait. Is there a line to wait the Scribble? What? You're gonna have to wait in line for a date? Matter cannot be destroyed or created, only changed. Something like that. But I think I heard it in French. That's why I'm not able to say it in English properly. I think I only heard the expression in French, so like the wording is really wrong in my head.
Yes, of course I am aware. I speak out of anger and hurt.
The 8-ball really wants you to wait a real long time, and they even took out their sword to threaten you with. This is bad. Oh, also, by the way, I think you guys weren't there when I said that at the beginning. I think that was only like one person or two. I got the final emotes. I'm gonna be able to have emotes very soon. They're gonna animate one of the emotes. I'm probably gonna animate a couple more eventually, but at first it's gonna be one animated emote, and it's so cool. And it's gonna give you an idea of what my final avatar is gonna look like, because it's about to be finished. It's still being like colorized or whatever you should say. But yeah, the emotes are coming. Probably this week I'm gonna be able to do that. I can't wait. I don't even know how to put emotes into Twitch, but I'm gonna do it.
I figured. But honest heads make for honest hearts, I like to say. What did the French do to your son?
They sent my sweet Federico to a den of filth, a place where chastity went to die, straight to the crossroads of Sodom and Gomorrah. They sent him to the Vatican.
I thought that was gonna be the opposite. The Vatican would be like a good place? What? Will the scribe validate you? Only if you sell your soul. There you go. You have to have a soul. What do you mean? I kind of, you know, I'm in the trade for souls. So if you don't have one, that's kind of a problem. I need to steal your soul. I need your soul signed away on this contract right now. Well, that's true, you're a robot. But if you're a robot with thoughts, maybe you have a soul. You know?
The Vatican? Seems like that'd be a pretty boring place for a boy to spend time.
This was Rodrigo Borgia's
Oh,
Vatican.
the Borgia.
It was a city of prostitutes and perverts, and he was their mayor.
And 2 is getting with the 8-ball. The 8-ball likes robots. That makes sense. This is the farthest anyone has ever gotten. Congrats. You son of a bitch, it was mine. No. Oh, why didn't it work? Oh, it's a capital S doesn't work. It's the capital S that's gonna not work. I'm sorry.
My poor Federico. He was a boy of a certain age. I could not have prepared him for the temptations he encountered.
So he was a teenager, probably. You used capital S earlier? Oh. It left. It got creeped out. Or N2 is having some fun.
When he finally returned to me, he was no longer
That, I don't even know how that would work.
Child.
Do you guys even know?
Child of Francesco Gonzaga, an experienced whoremonger in his own right.
Do you guys even know what a scribal or like an 8-ball even look like? Because that's like an old kind of thing. I'm on magic crystals and wires. I may be able to cast spells, but I don't have a soul. Trust me, that can be checked. Oh, okay. Well, then I won't be able to steal your soul. That's too bad. The whole thing about my Discord is the second that you join it, you kind of give over your soul. So I don't know what you're gonna give over to join the Discord, but it's a contract. So, what do you mean? Oh, wasn't it popular in the 80s? That's what I said. Old. I'm even older than that, but you know, I like to say that the 80s and 90s is old. Oh, you have to do soul bond and then the name of a person that you're soul bonded to, Mr. The Juice. So space and then the name of a person in the chat, and then you're gonna see how soul bonded you are to that person. Now that wouldn't work with N2 because N2 doesn't have a soul. Oh, a copy of your OS. That's good enough. That is good enough for the soul thing. Definitely. You're 46% giving over your soul? Ah, no, you gave over your soul to N2. That doesn't count. So now she is overgeneralizing? No.
Isabella's need for perfection caused her to no longer recognize her son. Quite a sad story,
No
I must
longer
say.
recognize her son. Nosferatu?
Hold
Okay.
on a sec. No longer your child?
Give me my
You can't think
4%,
that's
you
true.
glutton.
You raised that boy, and there's no way he could forget you. Maybe he got up to shenanigans out there in the Vatican, but you're only hurting yourself by erasing your influence on him. Now be honest. Did he lose everything you taught him?
No. He still had an appreciation of art, for which he had some taste. And he had some political acumen, I suppose.
I'm not saying you should forget what happened to your son. That would be pretty unrealistic. But give yourself some credit for the influence you had, huh?
You are kind, Sam. Thank you. But it is hard to forget the child who returned to me. I am a man now, mother, he would say. I do not have to listen to you.
I feel like he was still a teenager by the time he came back to her. What the hell?
And indeed, he did not. Which is why he died of syphilis, just like his depraved father. He did not even have the courtesy to wait until I was dead.
Oh god, that is very dark.
Now do you understand why I prefer the illusion of truth and beauty I try to bring to art? My mother told me when my marriage was young, Isabella, you must pretend that all is as it should be. The truth is dark, but you must maintain your own.
I hate to say it, Senora, but I think your mama was spouting a few should statements of her own. Keeping up that illusion must have been draining.
Good point. I was not picturing that part, actually. I was thinking her mama was pretty right, but
That
guess
is
not.
why I tried to create my own illusions. If I depicted love and chastity in their ideal form, I could make that illusion come true.
Control fasting?
Well,
Yeah.
Senora, if anyone were strong enough to change the world's morality, it might be you. But I think you know the truth is that you don't have that kind of control. No one does.
Then why am I here, Sam? Why are any of us here? Are we here to eat, sleep, fornicate, and die?
I mean, that's life, yeah. For the most part, there's also appreciating nature and beauty and having great experiences of the world before you die. That's the definition of life, yeah.
I know a few folk who might say that's why we're here. It's one of them existential questions, ain't it?
Yeah.
Here's my take, Senora. I think you're here to be you.
That's an interesting take.
I certainly hope you have something more intelligent to contribute than that.
I don't really. Here's the thing, Senora. None of us is going to change the world overnight, or even in a millennium of nights.
That is a good one, Mr. the Juice. No, it's eat, sleep, game, repeat. That's a good one too.
But our being here, being ourselves, swings the pendulum in a whole bunch of unknowable ways.
That is a dark interpretation of reality. Are we truly so powerless?
So powerless. Nosferatu thinking?
Isabella sees imperfection as helplessness. Help her see otherwise, my friend.
Control fasting?
What I'm saying,
Okay.
Senora, is not that we're powerless. I'm just saying we ain't going to change the world on our own. Not everyone's going to buy what we're selling, but some people are going to get it. People are still out there talking about the art you brought to the world. Maybe fellas like me don't know who you are, and I bet that nasty pope from your time wasn't your biggest fan.
Good point. Guy, he makes a lot of good points. What the hell?
But you can't help but be an influence on people. Just not all people. Ain't that so?
I do not know if that is enough for me, Sam.
Well, here's what I think we should do, Senora. All them efforts of yours are always facing outward. How about we spend some time on you?
Yeah. Try to make yourself a better person that you like more.
What do you mean?
Everybody should do that.
Let's work on the things Isabella D'Este likes. Forget about the rest of the world. What are you putting in your art that's for you and not for anyone else?
All of it.
Is it a little embarrassing?
Hush!
If you must know, it is centaurs. I like centaurs.
I like centaurs too. I get it. I like me some unicorns. I like me some fantasy creatures of all kinds. There should be fantasy creatures in all of the arts in the world. That's what I believe. I would never be able to write a normal contemporary like story or novel. I would never be able to do that because it would turn into a very, how'd you say? It would be a boring story to me. Like, I don't like to read contemporary stories. I don't like to write them. So I get it. I hope you might run into another cowboy vampire, like a reflection of who Sam was in the past. Oh, that could be a really cool character to meet in this game.
Hey, I ain't gonna judge. Sometimes I like horses better than people too.
Yes, well, they are pleasing to look at.
I think she's into centaurs in a different way than I thought.
Now, how about this then? Why don't you pick up a brush and paint yourself up a centaur?
I have not attempted to paint for centuries.
That don't mean you shouldn't try now.
This is just for you, Senora. No expectations. How's that sound?
That centaur's gonna be ugly.
I cannot believe I revealed this thing to you.
She's not a Victorian furry. She's a Renaissance furry. She's from way before the
I'm glad you
Victorian
did.
era.
I'm a lucky fella. I get to know
I'm from the
Isabella
Victorian
D'Este no
era,
one else
so
knows.
she's a couple 100 years before me.
And no one else will know, or I will make you suffer.
Uh-oh.
Capiche?
I'm not a Victorian furry. What do you mean? I made sure my character had no like cat ears or anything so that those allegations would never happen.
You got a deal.
What are you going
I'm
on
here to
about?
be supportive, that's all. I hope that when you come back next month, we'll be having a nice conversation about you finding your muse.
Yeah, you go find your muse.
Yes.
Yeah, I like unicorns.
Very well.
They told me that I like them
I do
in
not
weird
understand
ways.
your ways, but I cannot deny you have a certain untamed wisdom.
I'm playing a paladin in my D&D game, and she's a paladin of a goddess of unicorns. Because it's cool. The cat ears always find their way to the VTuber, such as Fate Miss Noodles. Yep, that's possible. We'll have to see. Maybe fan art someday will be, you know, cat ears fan art or something. Like, you know what I implied shows all we need. Does it now? No one else will know. Isn't it a rule that therapists aren't allowed to speak of what their patients have said? Yeah, definitely. Like, even if she was saying something like really silly, like she's gonna say, like, I don't know, she likes to cook, I don't know, she likes to cook shepherd's pie for fun. He's not allowed to say that about her because he heard it during therapy. He's not allowed to say anything unless she says something about like wanting to harm someone or harm herself. Then he's allowed to say it to the proper people to be able to handle it and prevent her from doing anything bad. Oh God, I will not tempt you, Mr. The Juice. That's all good. You can put down the pen right now. Put down the pen. It's not happening. Put away the sheets of paper. Yep. Nope, not happening.
I shall attempt.
You can focus on the vampires right now.
A centaur.
Vampires.
This is not what I expected from therapy, but I shall do as you suggest.
She was not expecting to paint in therapy. Therapy does lead to a lot of art, to be honest. They will tell you to journal. They will tell you to write poetry about your feelings, or therapy leads to a lot of art. And if you want to avoid therapy, you can also just do art. That's what I do. Oh, no paper needed in the digital age. That's a good point. That's a good point. I forgot. I actually bought my sister's old laptop that's got a touchscreen screen so that I could do some digital painting, digital drawing. But it's been so long since I've drawn anything.
Arrivederci, Sam.
You will see my final avatar soon indeed. There are no cat ears though. There are some very pointy teeth, but no cat ears.
Oh yeah, see you soon, Senora. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. He's saying that real good.
Goodbye.
She liked it. She doesn't want to admit it, but she liked it. Arrivederci.
Well, Samuel, you never cease to impress. Centaurs.
Yeah, we're into centaurs now somehow. Everybody's into centaurs. I actually really like the centaur. Like, there's an anime where the main character is a centaur. I haven't watched it. I just saw the cover. It looked really cool.
I don't think you're supposed to know about that, boss.
Oh, he was not supposed to listen in. That's true.
I am 3,000 years old, my friend. Horse people are somewhere at the very tip of my kinky iceberg.
What?
It's already forgotten.
Wait, that was a kinky thing? He's not saying that tongue in cheek. He's saying that seriously. I did not pick up on that. Went from no teeth like a baby to razor sharp teeth like an emo teen making a horrible mistake. I mean, I'm growing. I'm growing some teeth. That's what's happening. I have teeth right now. They're just hidden.
Well, the Senora's pretty embarrassed about it, so I'd appreciate it if you kept it to yourself.
I see your final avatar. I'm going to draw my avatar's ears on you. Ooh, okay, maybe that's going to be fine. Because they would be mechanical ears, so that's okay.
I will gently remind you that relationships
Spooky
between
ghost
therapists
teeth.
and clients are highly discouraged.
Again, why do you keep saying this? That the relationship with my clients is discouraged. Do I look like I'm interested in that, Senora? What?
Oh, come on, Andy. It ain't like that. Senora Deste is just...
Keeps fucking with us. You would still have cat ears. I will pretend they're not cat ears. Romance the vampire lady. Should we now? Should we? Oh, we are gonna do the real ears? God damn it. I will never escape the cat ears. The centaur cosplay. Wait, I recently had an idea for like a Halloween version of my avatar. Like a costume kind of thing. But I've already forgotten what I wanted to do. I could always just be a noodle. That could be a fun thing. One more step on the furry journey. Are you really trying to do that? Are you really trying to convert me? That's interesting. That tells us a lot about you, Robite. It does. I can also always just draw normal cat ears. You can do everything. If you know how to draw, you can just do everything. That's what it is. I know the steps in a VTuber's career. Oh, that's the weird thing about me is I like VTubers and I decided to become a VTuber and my sister is a VTuber, but I was not fully aware of the whole world of VTubers until very recently. Like, I'm still learning how Twitch works, how to do all of this. But I love it. I love every step of the things that I'm discovering. But now I'm not too sure about the cat ears one, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I do like the catfish one that we got recently. The new VTuber catfish. It's a good one. It's a really, really, really good one.
Of course I am.
I like a good pun. So those cat ears are perfectly good.
All right, you know what? I'm going downstairs. I could use a drink.
Oh, we're gonna go get a drink? Sure, let's do that.
Well earned, Samuel. Please, rest in peace.
He always says that. Rest in peace.
Poor Senora. That lady's holding on to a lot of anger. Reminds me of myself as a young vampire.
I'm gonna go check our notes. That's fair. The only one I used to watch is a catgirl VTuber. She got me into It's All Her Fault. I see. You're admitting to a lot right now without torture. That is surprising. What is that? Until we fuck our therapist and cuck the bartender. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Eventually, I'm thinking. I'm more interested in our friend the therapist than in the old lady Senora. Where are my notes? Here. The deeper I dig, the angrier Isabella gets. I don't think we're even at the core of it yet, but she is furious as hell with her husband and son. Adored her son more than anything, a little too much maybe. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Feels betrayed by both her husband and her son. Seems angry with herself that she wasn't able to control either of them. Maybe madder at herself than her boys. I tried to push Isabella to be a little more selfish. She can't control another human being, so maybe she can worry about herself first. That makes sense. Now our next patient is gonna be our actor dude, which I don't find quite as interesting. He's just a narcissist. He's a little bit intense. But this girl is interesting because she is a streamer. And she's got a very interesting story to her. I don't think she would feel very bad about us sleeping with the therapist though. Like, she would probably be perfectly fine with sharing.
Pretty hot in here tonight. I think I'll get some air. Maybe I can get to know Bert a little better.
Oh, we're gonna go talk to Bert. The bouncer.
Hey Bert, how's the crowd tonight?
You never saw the actor? Oh, you'll see. He's a narcissist. He's very self-absorbed. So yeah, we're gonna talk to Bert the bouncer.
Same old, huh? So,
talk about the sports. Maybe he likes sports.
you ever watch American football, Bert? Bet you'd like it.
He growls questioningly. I think I've seen the narcissist. I think, yeah.
Real gladiator
it's like,
sport. You could be a linebacker.
It's gonna be the third time we're gonna talk to the
big
narcissist.
guys to protect the quarterback.
Oh, he's interesting.
Real dangerous though. Folks get concussions all the time.
Okay, that was the right
nice
puppet for
talking to
him.
you, Bert. I'm gonna hit inside.
Yeah, bye, Bert.
Have fun, mate.
He speaks.
Hey, Crimson, how's the crowd?
Hey, cowboy. Bit busy tonight, but how'd your session go?
Pretty well,
No,
actually.
I think this lady's starting to realize what she can't control, which is a lot.
Yeah, but she can control drawing centaurs.
She's still mad as hell about it, but I think we're getting closer to acceptance.
I know how she feels, cowboy. I feel like I wasted years of my life in DC trying to make the world a better place. But it sounds like you were making
Oh yeah, she was a
progress to me.
lawyer.
She's got time to make her peace. That's what Andy says about you vampires.
I think that might have caused some player deaths. Player deaths? How?
Yep, that's true. We can take
How?
40 years or 400, but that's up to us.
In the
Oh,
meantime,
that's a nice
I'll
little
whip
drink.
something
I
up for
want to
a
get a
hot
drink.
summer night.
God damn it. I'm gonna have some wine. I have some wine. I'm not gonna have it right now though. Not on stream. American football player that's oh in that sense. I thought you meant like player like the person who played the game.
What's this now?
Yeah.
Blood margarita. Figured a
Ooh.
hot-blooded desperado like you could use something cold.
Yeah, blood margarita. That sounds good. Without the
Mighty
blood,
kind of you,
obviously.
Crimson.
I don't drink
I'll let
blood.
you get back to work and take this up to my coffin for a quiet night.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink in my coffin. That makes a lot of sense.
Night, Sam.
Now let's see, what'll help me reflect on the night? I think there's something Omar Khayyam once wrote that I can look up.
Wait, I have a book by Omar Khayyam. Yeah, I do. What the hell? I had a colleague, a fellow student in university who told me to get a book of poetry by this author. That's interesting. What the hell? I had never heard of the name. I have the book in my hands right now because I was just like, what the hell? That's crazy. Stealing the glass? Yeah, I'm stealing all the glass. Look at that. I have so many things in here. I'm literally living in my coffin. I even stole like a decanter with blood in it. You guys, you do know that blood should not be kept at room temperature, right? This vampire is drinking this whole thing tonight. Otherwise, this is going to be clotted before tomorrow. It's a lot of blood.
Or I could watch Buster Keaton almost get himself killed a bunch.
Who's Buster Keaton? We're going to read poetry.
Well, one of my
Yep.
transcendentalist friends told me about this one. I ain't too good with poetry, but this piece always stuck with me. The
This-
moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on.
I thought he was going to read it in Arabic. That would be funny. Let's see if one of the poem he reads in the game is one in the book you have. I mean, it might not be the same translation. That's the thing. Since the original is in Arabic, like a lot of different translations could exist. And I don't think I remember reading this.
Nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash a word out of it.
So when you do something, you live with the consequences.
Funny how people in far-off places and times always had some similar perspectives. Omar's right. You can't change the past. Life moves forward.
Yeah, life does move forward. It's fine to look back on the past and learn from it, but you can never change it. Maybe he likes chunks? Blood clots? Ooh. Ooh, the very idea is creepy to me, but maybe you're right. Maybe he likes blood pudding. What do I know?
I think that's enough for one night. Better get me some shut-eye. Got the feeling my work's gonna get harder before it gets easier.
Yeah, you can't change the past unless you invent the time machine. But it's more, not so much change the past, but like some people focus so much on the past that they forget that they are, inevitably still walking towards a future. And other people are so worried about the future that they refuse to even continue like doing things and advancing in life. The two, spending too much time looking back or spending too much time fearing the future, both are bad for you. But it is very difficult to live in the present, to just be.
My dear Samuel, greetings. How are you feeling tonight?
Honestly, I'm feeling a little like a horse who's about to be ridden by a big old fella.
What? I'm gonna pretend that was not weird.
I am not certain I comprehend your meaning. Have you a special someone, my friend?
I knew it was a dirty thing.
What? No, it ain't that.
I mean, he takes it as a dirty thing.
Edmund's coming in.
He's got a dirty mind. This dude looks very, traditional and very straight, looking, but he's not. If you keep looking back at the past, you miss all the things the future has in store for you. I mean, even the future. You should not look to the future. You should always look to the present. You should always just be mindful of who you are, where you are. You have to do the things that you want to do. Obviously, you still need to plan for the future, like put money aside, plan for your retirement, plan, trips the following months or years or whatever else, but you still have to live in the present. Is like the focus should be that. And we're not very good at it in society. We're always waiting for the next weekend to arrive, or we can't wait for the next holiday and that sort of thing. Like, we're always living in the future. It makes the present go by a lot faster.
Aha, our actor friend. What about him has you nervous, Sam?
Yeah, why are you nervous, Samuel?
He's just a lot to deal with. I find myself a little drained after our sessions.
Ah, yes. Challenging the reality distortion fields of those with narcissistic tendencies is taxing.
Then I would have to focus on work. Yeah, that's a good point. Agreed on that one. It's hard to find work that we just like to do. But there's always something that, even if you have the perfect job that you really always wanted in life, there's always parts of it that are not as fun. Like if you have to do your taxes, or if you have to meet clients, if you don't like that sort of thing. It's not easy.
I know, but if I'm here doing
like
this
me, I don't really
thing,
like
I should help
editing.
one way or another.
I like doing all the live stuff, the streaming, but the editing, it's fine. I'm getting used to it. But initially, that was the part that I had the most problem with. Looking to the future for some optimism or goal can be good. Exactly. As long as it's positive and not fear of the future. And learning from your past is very important too. Exactly. You don't want to repeat the past. Even focusing on the present can be bad. All three times should be focused and unfocused all at time. That is very, very wise of you, Mr. The Juice. You are correct. If you focus too much on the present, that it's also a problem, because you might, waste all your money, or focus on what is pleasurable in the present, forgetting that there are consequences in the future. Like that dude who got the syphilis earlier in the story. You can't just focus on the now. You do need to be kind of aware of everything. You're right. It's a good point.
Remember your own distortions. You are under no obligation to help Edmund. If helping him drains you, remember that you do not have to aid him.
I can refuse patients? I've never had the opportunity to refuse patients. What is he on about? Life's about balance. Yep, everything is lethal in large doses. Very true. You can even die drinking too much water. That is a true thing. Focusing only on the present is the ride or die type mindset. Yep. And those can be really bad. The YOLO thing, like you only live once and then you do something that you're going to regret very soon after. Yeah, those things are a problem.
Yeah, you're right. I still want to try, though. I want to see if I can help him.
I shall not stand in your way then. Have you an idea of what distortions he might be exhibiting tonight?
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
We're still missing 2 more distortions that we haven't been introduced to. At least 2 anyway. There doesn't seem to be a little thing. Hello, Angel. Welcome to the stream. Howdy, partner. Exactly. Exactly. You got that right. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a really nice day today. We're doing some more vampire stuff. You missed the very scary game that we played earlier. I don't know if you're a big fan of scary stuff, but that was intensely scary earlier. That, oh, was it a robot that said "Hardy partner"? That could be. Yes, it's the good vampire stuff. We're helping people. We're a therapist. Okay, you like watching the scary stuff? That's good. That's good. I like watching scary stuff a lot more, but I'm getting used to playing scary stuff on stream because there's other people that feels less scary a little bit. We could talk about stuff that's like not scary and it makes me a little less scared. But this isn't scary. This is just it's got a bunch of weird sexual innuendos. Is the only thing that's got going on. So what does Evan Keen have as problems in his brain? He was doing a lot of always right. Like he felt like he was always right. I think that was one. He was disqualifying the positive quite a bit. I would say over generalization maybe, and should statements. Maybe? I'm not sure about the should statement. No, not the should statements. Maybe blaming? Maybe blaming. Yeah, let's go with this, I think. We tried streaming Outlast once and quit midstream. It was... Yeah, I played Outlast on my own years and years ago. I think practically when it came out. And I could not play that. That was too scary. Also, you helping people? I thought your clients were vampires. Yeah, but we're helping vampires. Vampires are people too, I think, in this situation.
I think that should cover it.
I wish you peace and patience, Samuel. Good luck tonight.
Extra doubt.
Thanks, Andy.
I could attempt Outlast again. To be fair, I still have the game on my Steam account. It is in my folder for streams, so maybe. The guy with the lion voice. He does have a lion voice. You're right.
Edmund, amigo, how's it hanging?
Amigo!
To the left and most proudly, my dear boy.
How's it going to the left? How's it going to... What is he saying right now? Well, I want to know. Is my brain going too far down the dirty rabbit hole? Possibly?
Indeed, tonight I sit before you victorious. Thy gentle prodding hath guided me back to the womb of creation.
He's going with a lot of sex innuendo right now. The womb of creation. Good for you, my dude. Good for you. The only spooky game I have streamed was a game called Lunacid. I couldn't get myself through an area because it was too spooky for me. The name sounds really scary. Just the name of it. Is it on Steam? This Lunacid? I think I put it on my wish list. I think somebody talked about it. If it wasn't you, it was somebody who talked about it a couple weeks ago. Because I think I put it on my wish list. Yeah, it's on Steam. Okay, yeah.
Do I want you to spell that out for me?
I don't want him to spell it out. Nope.
The stage, good
Oh,
sir.
the stage.
The stage. For if all the world's a stage, then the stage is where humanity is born.
Oh, yeah, I guess that must be true. So what are you saying? You nabbed some kind of juicy role?
Not just any role. Nay, I have been given the opportunity to once again subvert the audience's expectations.
I'm scared. What is he gonna do? Oh, Lunacid is like a dungeon crawler? I didn't know.
Though it was
Never tried that.
tender words that
Never tried a
cleared
dungeon
the mists
crawler.
of doubt from my mind and reminded me that I belong to the stage, not to the audience.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Eddie. Tell me all about it. What's been going on?
It could not be classified as a dungeon crawler? Okay.
Do you remember the advice you gave me when last we met?
I told you to film yourself doing some acting, right? How'd that go?
I did as you suggested. I set up a camera, and for no one but myself, I became the Dane.
The Dane?
Marmaduke?
Hamlet, my dear
Oh.
boy, Hamlet. I watched the great Edmund Kean inhabit the bard's greatest role once again, and in him I saw humanity pure, naked, and true. It was akin to pornography.
Oh God, what?
Albeit far more revealing. That Edmund Kean, I told myself, he and only he could produce something so beautiful.
He's going a little intense right now. Always right? No.
Edmund's belief that he is the center of the world is persistent, isn't it, Samuel?
Oh, it's a personalization. Okay.
It was
Wait just a minute there, Eddie.
I'm having a hard
You're
time
an
with the
incredible
definition of this
actor.
one.
Everyone agrees on that. But it's a big world out there, and everyone's got their own experiences.
What is personalization? The idea that you're in the middle of the world kind of thing? I need to go and see the definition again. Personalization here. Assume things happen because of us. That's why we get tempted by personalization. Wrongly linking external events to ourselves in cases where realistically there ain't no definite... Like, I don't see it as a personalization. Like, I'm not seeing it as that, but whatever. Made by a horror game dev who's great at atmospheric horror. I love atmospheric horror. I like when it's spooky or uncanny. I like jump scares to an extent, but I do know that I can kind of scream a lot, and I don't want to be annoying to my neighbors, so I try not to do that too much. But you know, it's unavoidable.
We all got capacity to do
Still
incredible
fun to
things.
do.
It's a combination of luck, perseverance, and being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's also writing in a nutshell. Luck, perseverance, being in the right place at the right time. Luck is also kind of being in the right place at the right time. It's tied together. I would have gone with work, perseverance, and being in the right place at the right time. Because if you don't do the work, if you don't write the story or do the acting, there's no perseverance or being in the right place at the right time. That's going to change the fact that you haven't written anything, so you can't be published. That's the whole thing. Oh, the area you hate has a really spooky atmosphere. I really need to play that then. That sounds like that would be really cool.
You ain't a great actor because you're Edmund Kean. You're a great actor because of the things that made you Edmund Keene.
I have played Fallout New Vegas. It was my favorite of the Fallout series. I started with Fallout 3, then I played New Vegas, then I played 4, and I tried 76, but I didn't go very far. I never finished 4. I finished 3 only because back then I was finishing my video games. Nowadays, I don't finish my video games unless I really, really, really like them. But New Vegas, I finished it a couple times. That was a really, really good one. I kind of feel like I should also play it again, but I feel like they should do a remake, or at least like a remaster, make it prettier. Because it's kind of starting to feel a little bit old.
You toy with the fates and flirt with pedantry, my dear boy.
And flirt with pedantry, my dear boy.
Oh, it is all
His voice
said
is so funny.
that an infinite number of monkeys with an infinite number of typewriters and infinite time could produce all the works of Shakespeare, but such a thing is infinitely unlikely.
Definitely unlikely,
If
yeah.
you will permit me to continue, to watch myself act without an audience was simply rapturous.
Okay, you reach rapture through watching your own self. Good for you. For you, not even that. Just make it so it works without crashing. Yeah, without crashing. And also some of the... There were a lot of quest bugs too. Like, I hope that they could fix that. But, yeah. That has been disproven. The whole thing with the monkeys has been disproven. That if you have infinite time, one of them could write it. How has it been disproven? Because I think it is sound logically. But I do think that it's very, very unlikely, to the point where it's almost impossible.
I am not ashamed to admit that I did weep. I wept for the stage, that I deprived it of my greatness on account of my own misplaced dread.
Yeah, that's why I say he's horrible to deal with. He's like such a narcissist where he thinks he's so amazing, he's so great. Like, even a real narcissist in real life is not this much of a caricature. Yeah, I am wondering. But Robite said, I think it was Robite who said that. I'm getting all mixed up now. Robite said that they were always right. So, I guess it has been disproven.
I have been a cream-faced loon, a devout coward, and most religious in it. Why should Edmund Keene fear any audience?
While the theorem holds true in theory with infinite time and resources, the time required for a monkey to produce a meaningful text like Shakespeare, even with a vast number of monkeys, is astronomically longer than the lifespan of the universe. Oh, interesting. Shit, it's AI, but this is what I read about it. Don't trust AI. Don't trust AI is spouting bullshit. AI is lying left and right. Dinner ready. Oh shit, dinner ready. Oh shit, but are you eating pizza? Is it pizza dinner? So in theory, it's still true. Yeah, I think in theory, it's still true. But obviously, it's not going to happen in our lifetime.
You spoke truly. Edmund Keene bared his chest
Oh,
to
okay.
all the slings
The
and
AI
arrows of an
summarized it.
unappreciative audience, and was somehow surprised when they hit their mark.
The thing is with AI, even if you ask them to summarize some things, they tend to lie. They tend to invent stuff. So even for summaries, if you haven't read the original stuff, like, I would not trust it. But if you read the original stuff and then the AI summarized it, then it's okay because you know what you read. That's the whole thing that I have at work. Like, I'm telling my colleagues, like, don't just trust AI to summarize something. Read it for yourself. And if you don't want to put in the work to summarize it yourself, you can ask the AI to do it. But if you don't do it yourself, you're still penalizing your own brain. Your brain does not develop the skill to synthesize. If you're always relying on something like an AI to synthesize stuff for you, then you are losing the ability to do it yourself. Like, that's a big thing that I'm like a bit of a annoying little butt about. I do think we need to think for ourselves and synthesize for ourselves and do art for ourselves before trusting AI to do it for us. You should always double check. Exactly. It's a time saver currently, nothing more. Yeah. And to be honest, it is a time saver, but sometimes it's actually cursed. It will tell you some really random shit. It will tell you some really, really fucked up random shit. And it is slowly replacing people, so that's kind of scary to me. There was a Swedish politician who was caught using AI when saying a journalist was talking crap, but it was made by the AI. No, that's so bad. That's so bad. Like, that's why I say don't trust AI. Like, at least double check whatever they say. A lot of our software engineers used to write prototype code to adjust and improve upon. Oh, like just like initial like coding, and then it was not perfect and they would go back to it and kind of fix it up. If they ask the AI to fix it, they will lose the ability to do it themselves.
The Edmund Keane that you see before you is armored in love of the craft that no arrow may penetrate, and so casts aside the cloak of cowardice.
Are we even able to help this guy? Is he ever gonna come off of his fucking high horse? He thinks so much of himself. We're not helping him.
To think, I feared mortal directors. I feared the audition and the criticism that would come afterward. I feared the cast list, bereft of Edmund Keane. But to you I give thanks. For can a mortal director know my brilliance? Nay, they're all clay-brained guts and mouldy rogues. Their disrespect for the craft makes fools of them.
Overgeneralization.
I think you're painting them directors with a broad brush, Eddie. I get that you've got more experience with acting than mortals, but all directors ain't the same. Hell, I'd even go so far as to say you could learn from some of them. They know they're gonna die, and that's perspective we vampires need sometimes.
He's impossible to track back down to earth. I don't believe we can.
Thou hast cut me to the quick, my friend.
He feels
Perhaps
assaulted when we say stuff like that.
However, I know in my damned soul that the stage is worse off without Edmund Keane, and nothing any mortal director can say will disabuse me of this.
Which is fine. I mean, it's good that you don't let other people dictate what you should do, and that you don't let other people like talk you down from doing stuff you want to do. That's good. More people would benefit from thinking like this. But you're not a god. You're a person, vampire.
Ergo, I did ask myself, Edmund, what is an audition? Is it a trial to overcome? Is a director a god dispensing holy judgment?
I don't think so. It just helps you to give you a structure so you don't have to type everything out or look up or autofill the variables. Our code is so massive, looking up the code takes ages. Yeah, that's gonna happen on like big systems or like something that's been updated for years and years and years. That's gonna become like super fucking big and unwieldy. I don't know what AI can do to help with that though. I think the AI would probably just get mixed up in all of that. Coding is such a human thing. It's like writing a novel. You'll do it your own way and somebody else will still like use the same programming language and they can still do the same thing as you and do it differently. Do it in a different order or, you know,
and I replied,
make it unique to them.
Edmund, do not ask such foolish questions, the answers to which thou knowest well. An audition, my dear boy, is not an opportunity, but an invitation to display the craft before another. So I told myself, why not act, dear boy? And so I did.
So you did an audition, all right, that's great. Did you have fun with it?
You speak so simply, my friend. Fun does not adequately describe the feeling one has when the muse takes over.
Fun is not enough. I mean, fun is the point. You can let the AI analyze the already existing code so it has access to it. Therefore, it knows all existing variables, functions, etc. That's how it works mostly. Okay. I didn't know that that's how it works. I don't do any sort of programming myself. I just have known a lot of people who do that. He's saying that fun is not strong enough to describe what he felt. So it makes sense. Yeah, sure. But he's also kind of condescending on people who might think fun is enough in life. Writing and coding is similar. It's just different language. Exactly. It's just a different language. It's the same thing. It is. I know a lot of people, like in my life, I've met a lot of people who did programming. And I find it absolutely fascinating because I could never do it. Right now in my job, I'm supposed to be learning like SQL commands for like the SQL servers that we have. And I'm not paid enough to learn that. I'm not a programmer. If they paid me like a programmer, I would learn it. But right now they're not paying me that, so I'm not going to learn it. My colleague is going to learn it. She could do whatever she wants, but I'm not doing that paid on my little silly salary. So not happening. Oh, you can't program it either. Okay. I suck at it, but I can read code at the very least. I understand the concept. I've tried different types of programming languages. I've tried a couple. Every single time I just gave up. Every single time. It is more complicated than learning Japanese for me or learning Korean. Some languages are so much more easier. I have experience with programming, experience being the worst in programming class. Oh no, Angel! Angel, I'm sure it wasn't that bad. You learned it in college, but sucked at it and failed it until the very end. Yeah. That was me in macroeconomics. We had a macroeconomics class, and I failed so fucking bad. But then I still had like the best grade in the class. So that was weird. Like everybody failed that class. It was horrible. Oh no, I don't believe you were that bad. Hello World was not working? I don't know what that is. Hello World? It's like a first programming kind of thing you gotta do. You passed the finals by failing coding and succeeded in network technique. Well, there you go. Everybody's got different, you know, streaks, different, how do you say? Different specialties. Let's go with that.
It is transcendence, an affirmation of purpose, to condense humanity within oneself, if only for a moment. It is an orgasmic experience.
Oh, he's intense.
That sounds intense, Eddie. Having an orgasm in front of someone else is pretty brave.
Interesting. It's like the first thing they teach is basically making the computer send hello world message. Okay, yeah. I think I've seen that thing actually before.
But it is
Never
freeing.
done it myself.
A true actor hides nothing.
Whoa, a true actor hides a couple of things, my dude, like their own personal life.
The director, she told me she had never witnessed such a thing in all her years, few as they were.
Yeah, because you don't do that, my dude. You don't do that in front of people. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Grab more food? Okay. Can you send me over some food?
She thought to herself,
Ship it up.
Is this Dionysus reborn?
I want some food.
Fates graced
I
my
might
eyes
get
with such
pizza or
depth
something.
of the human spirit.
Does the actor have to catch it in their mouth? What the fuck, Mr. the Juice? What? What are they catching? Do I want to know? I don't think so. I don't think so. Nuh-uh.
This time, my friend, I did not have to wait for a cast list at all. You are looking at a leading man once more.
Hey, congratulations,
I actually
Eddie.
think
That's great.
he did not get it.
I knew you'd get your mojo back if you remembered what made you love the stage in the first place.
He did not get it. He did not look at the list, the cast list. He did not get it. He's gonna be pissed off. He's gonna be so pissed off, and the next time we're gonna have him in our office, that's gonna be bad. Oh, yep. I knew what you meant then, I guess.
For
Yep.
this, I am eternally grateful, and indeed,
I'm not reading
I
that,
do have an
Mr. the
eternity to
Juice.
be grateful.
I'm an eternity to be
I
grateful.
can already hear the calls resounding through the theater. Keen, give us Keen.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, more water. We should drink water, everybody. A little bit of water. Why are you upset? I will read what you're supposed to have written. Leading the charge? That's what you were supposed to have written there.
You may want to pick a different name.
Yeah, you might want to pick a different name.
Nonsense! They will say Edmund Keane has returned and be none the wiser as to the accuracy of their statement.
Oh, with the little dino, I think the 8-ball was just too shy to say yes, but I think the 8-ball thinks that you are.
So what's
Yeah,
the big role,
the
Eddie?
8-ball is just a coward.
Ah, we get to the meat of it, unto the very sinew at last. They say that every story is a circle, that we return whence we came. So it is with me. 'Twas tragedy that made me, tragedy that formed me, tragedy that raised me to glory, and tragedy that shall do so once more.
This is also a very known quote that they just changed a couple words to make it unique. This guy is using a lot of literary stuff, making quotes, Shakespeare and other things. It's very interesting.
I shall play the part of Piero. Piero, the clown who cried. Piero, the mask of the tragedy that is life.
Oh, I see.
I ain't familiar.
Yeah, me neither. Tragedy taught me how to ride a Nike? That rhymes. Oh, a bike. That doesn't rhyme anymore. Why did tragedy teach you how to ride a bike?
I believe you are.
I don't
Though
get
you know
it.
a far
Is it a
inferior
pun?
version, the one made famous by that ludicrous creature Grimaldi.
Grimaldi who?
Grimaldi who?
Blood, my dear boy. Do you know nothing of late 18th century English theatre?
The thing is, I studied that, but I don't remember, my dude, so sorry.
They must have skipped that subject in frontier school.
Yeah, he was not even in school, so he doesn't know. Probably should have put in some hyphens? Around which part? I'm all mixed up now. Tragedy taught me how to ride a bike. I don't get it. I don't get it. What? I don't have enough of a brain for this. Okay, I will forget about it. I will not worry about it because I don't.
Grimaldi was
My brain
the
too dead.
other influential actor in London.
He was an influential
But
actor.
whereas I drew out the soul and laid it bare on stage, Grimaldi, in comparison, was a clown, a jester, a
The
funny
moment's
man.
over. Yeah, sorry. That happens a
Grimaldi was
lot
an
with me.
artist, like myself. But where my canvas was the soul, his was the latrine.
Oh god, he's being really mean to this guy.
When I strode upon the stage, my audience saw all the acts of life play out, in all their woe and joy.
Oh! Oh! And two, you have a very incisive brain. Why is it that every single time I get lost, but you guys are always on top of it? I mean, it's not so much that you did not formulate it correctly, and two got it. It's really about my brain. I got a silly brain.
Oh, but Joey Grimaldi, the great clown himself, could create bottom noises with his armpit. Yet whose name was on the lips of the adoring public? Not Keen's, no. Not the bard's emissary.
Grimaldi was his enemy.
Give us the farting clown, they cried. Give us Grimaldi. So you see, my dear boy, for me to play the tragic clown Piero, this is my opportunity to take what Grimaldi stole from me.
He's just a vengeful little dude. He's an angry, sad person. He needs help, and he's not getting help here. We're not helping this guy at all.
What
Oh,
did he steal?
all the love in the chat is adorable.
He stole my audience.
Blaming?
Eddie, from what you've told me, I don't think you and this Grimaldi fella had the same audience. I don't think anyone showing up for a farting clown show and getting Edmund Keene is going to be too happy, and it'd have nothing to do with you.
But if Grimaldi had not peddled his base filth, my audience would not have waned when it did. They would have been mine.
Which one is this? But if Rogami had not peddled his base filth? Blaming?
Eddie,
Okay.
I think you're blaming Grimaldi for something that wasn't in his
Skill
control.
issue! If we say that to him, he's just gonna storm off, or he might actually bite our head off. Like, we're not gonna survive an encounter where we say skill issue to this guy. If he came more, he wouldn't have flopped. What? Why did you make me say that out loud?
Was Grimaldi really trying to steal your
Oh
audience?
god.
Or was he
Angel
just
with the
selling
pro
something they were
therapist
buying?
advice. Yep.
Of course he was jealous. Why would he not be? If I were a middling actor and saw a young genius rising in the ranks of the thespian order, I would be much afeard of him.
Maybe Grimaldi was doing his own thing because he liked doing it, which is just what I've been encouraging you to do.
Tilly-fally. I said he was a
Tilly-fally.
clown, not lacking eyes
a
and
funny
ears.
word.
Of course he was threatened by me.
But you said yourself that he had his own style that wasn't anything like yours.
Yeah, so you were not, like, even in competition.
He was a thief and a fool. If not for his cheap entertainment, I would have had the whole of London hanging on my every word.
And if the sun didn't shine, we could go out during the day. Come on, Eddie, the world ain't waiting on you.
Oof.
Grimaldi had his audience,
was-
and you
that
had
was
yours.
hard.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
The guy is a narcissist. That's what the guy is. He's very self-absorbed. Yep. He's intense.
Perhaps.
He's
though
a
I
butt.
weep bitter tears to think the people so base. And I weep for myself, my dear boy.
Don't weep for yourself. Just do whatever you want to do and forget that.
The riches and fame he received should have been mine, and would have been, had the fates not cursed me with his birth.
The fates cursed you with personalization.
The fates cursed you with Grimaldi's birth?
He's projecting.
I don't think baby
That is a
Grimaldi
good
was
point.
thinking too much about you, my friend.
Narcissism is good with projecting, to be honest. There's a thing that they do a lot.
Well, no, he wasn't. He was 11 years my senior.
So maybe he was cursed with your birth then.
Yeah.
You delight in making me play the part of the fool, don't you?
No, but you always take things personally, my dude.
The point I'm trying to make is that making things about Grimaldi versus Keen ain't doing you any favors.
There is some truth in your words. Why should I lower myself to his level? I am no flatulent jester. I am Edmund Keen.
The hair blocked the text a little, so I thought he called him a fat ass before he got to that part. Yeah, narcissists are not easy to live around. Lately, they've been kind of the focus of a lot of... Let's just say narcissists have become a bit of a buzzword online. Everybody supposedly knows a narcissist now and has like problems with narcissists in their life. I think having traits of narcissism is one thing, but being an actual narcissist is another thing. Plus, you kind of need to be a therapist in order to be able to diagnose someone with something like that. So a lot of people are calling everybody narcissist like lately, but there is a lot of traits of narcissism in society nowadays. People are very selfish, very self-absorbed, and not very community oriented. But it's true that we do have a lot of those around, and they are not easy to live with, for sure. I think everybody has, to some level, some traits of narcissism, but the second you start doubting yourself and you start saying, maybe I have some narcissistic traits, or maybe I am a narcissist, the second you start asking that, immediately you can tell yourself, probably not a narcissist, because people who are narcissists would never doubt themselves about that. That's my thing. Like, they also say, and I don't think if that's entirely true, and do not take whatever I'm saying as though it's actual, you know, psychological truth. I have not studied psychology for more than one session in university, so take what I say with a grain of salt. But I do remember a saying from when I was younger of people saying, if you question whether you're crazy or not, it means you're not, because the very fact that you're questioning it makes you sane. So it's kind of like the same thing. I think people are using that same expression about narcissists, but you know, to take with a grain of salt. It's what they call popular psychology. Yeah, but we shouldn't go around diagnosing people. Like, yeah, exactly. We can't. We're not therapists. We don't know for sure. Take whatever she says as objective fact. No salt needed. No, grain of salt. Grain of salt. You should always take things with a grain of salt. Unless you have high blood pressure. Then avoid salt, I think. Right? I'm not a medical doctor either. So don't take what I'm saying seriously, period. I'm not a doctor. I'm pretty confident I'm not a narcissist. I don't have that level of self-confidence. Yeah, I'm a self-doubter to, like, I will doubt myself to death, pretty much. I don't think I could be a narcissist. I do think I have some traits. I think everybody has some traits. Having some elements of feeling like you're important, you're interesting. I think any kind of self-confidence can turn into some narcissism at some point. I don't have a lot of confidence. I'm just very good at pretending. And then again, I'm saying I'm very good at something. Oh shit, it's confidence. If I have any sort of confidence, maybe I'm a narcissist. It's a freaking cycle. It's never ending. It's all a fact. It's not all a fact. No. That story about crazy and not reminds me of a Brazilian book. Oh, interesting. Fuck your salt. You don't even put any pepper on with it. What's wrong with you? What do you mean? I put pepper on everything. What is this? Middle Ages Europe? It is not. I use all the spices, all the pepper, all the salt, all the spices, because I don't have high blood pressure, so I can do whatever I want. But be careful if you do.
Mark my words, my boy. I shall cast Joseph Grimaldi from the Thespian Order. When I play Piero the Clown, Wikipedia shall forget all about that fool.
Wikipedia, he cares about what Wikipedia thinks of him. Interesting. The book name is in English would be The Alienist. It was like a doctor. He had a psychiatric hospital. I think there's a TV show called The Alienist. Isn't it? Isn't it a Victorian era? Wait, The Alienist? It is a drama series and it's a doctor. And I think it's a Victorian era thing. Psychological thriller set amidst the vast wealth, extreme poverty, and technological innovation of the 1896 New York. So yeah, it's a Victorian era thing. It might be, you know, connected to the book you read. Or they took inspiration or something.
You see, my dear boy, I have already calculated my triumphant return to the stage. Every move, every word, every expression shall be unassailable. You see, Edmund Kean is never wrong about matters of character. Never
wrong. Okay. I kind of want a Wikipedia page. What embarrassing photos and slander will I have? Oh, I don't want that. I mean, there's a part of me that knows, you know, it could happen. But it's kind of creepy. Having people write stuff about you and you can't even vet the information because it's not your own website. That could be really like, that could go out of control. That would be very scary. So he started interning people. He would just be thinking people are crazy for less and less reasons. He was filling his hospital. Okay, so that's not the same thing as the TV show. The TV show is just different cases, one after the other. And various, you know, discoveries about mental health and medicine in general. So he's putting people away into like a medical mental health hospital thing. Even if they're not mentally ill. The end of the book, he let everyone go and someone was complimenting him for all his virtues and stuff and how he's absolutely normal and an example for society. Wow. He was like, wait, maybe I'm the crazy one. If everyone else is weird except for me. Ooh, that gave me a little shivers. That's a really cool, like, story end. That's a cool plot twist. Oh, that's really nice. I like it.
I'm glad to hear your confidence, Eddie. But I just want to give you a word or two of caution. Acting's all about humanity, not just Eddie Kean, right? If you don't give yourself a little room to bend, your audience might not see themselves in you.
Let them dream their filthy little dreams. If my body is that which draws them in before I spring the theatrical trap, I care not.
I didn't mean that. I just meant that you're drawing some hard boundaries acting-wise. Giving yourself some middle ground ain't a bad thing.
I know you play your part, therapist, as I must play mine. I have heard your cautions. They need not be repeated.
Oh, precautions. That's where denial comes in handy. Nah, I'm right. They're crazy. Mr. The Juice coming in to save the day with denial. I like that. I like that too. It's something like that. Been decades, so I may be getting stuff wrong, but I usually have a good memory for this stuff. Sounds like that would be a really cool story. So if it's not that story, if it's not written out as such as what you just told, maybe you should write it. Maybe you should write that story, because that's a really cool story.
Indeed, I doubt our meetings will be necessary any longer. I must confess to some strong misgivings about you, therapist.
Yeah, he's unsavable.
There are times when we speak that I feel exposed, diminutive, and weak, and I can only conclude from those feelings that you are trying to hurt me.
It is no surprise that Edmund sees his feelings reflected in the world when he is at the center of the world.
Yeah, okay, personalization.
There are times when we speak that I feel exposed, diminutive.
It is no surprise that Edmund sees his feelings reflected in the world when he is at...
There are times when
It is no surprise that Edmund sees his feelings reflected in the world when he is at the...
There are
Now, come on,
God
Eddie.
damn, I was just guessing here.
Experience with a few positives.
Steal the story and become famous. Don't steal stories. If the story is not written as is, and you've invented a new one, then you can write it. But don't steal stories. I would never advocate for that. I'm a writer. I would not want people to steal my stories, and I don't want to steal other people's stories. Nobody should do that. But taking inspiration from a story or being like, oh, the story would have been so much better if this or that happened, and then writing that, that's fine. That's taking inspiration. But don't steal. There was an illustrated book as well for the book, since it's a classic. I'm pretty sure after being certain he is the crazy one, he walks away in the street naked. I'm pretty sure that happened. Okay, well then, he's very crazy. If he goes around naked in the street, then he's not in contact with reality anymore. and it ended there. Disqualifying the positive, couldn't have guessed it. Yeah, right? It didn't sound like disqualifying the positive.
Maybe I ain't all you'd hope for, but I don't want you throwing out the good work we've done. You got some new perspectives that I think are going to be a real help to you.
He's saying that he was disqualifying the good we were trying to do. Okay.
Oh, very well.
It's just a nudist
therapist.
noodle. Don't be so
You're
harsh. That's a good point.
I concede.
I will not judge nudists. They can do whatever they want. I don't judge anybody. I don't kink shame. I have reactions sometimes to stuff, and I'm gonna be a little, surprised. But I try not to be to judge. I try very hard. Sometimes I fail even harder. But gotta try, right?
But I hold your oath of healing fulfilled.
Oath of healing. Okay. You can judge in the sense that it's illegal. It was not a nudist beach or his home. But isn't society fucked up though for even thinking that clothes are necessary? Are animals crazy because they don't wear, clothes? Aren't we the crazy ones by putting clothes on? This is getting super philosophical right now. I mean, being a nudist is kind of a kink thing, I think. Liking to be naked around other people is gotta be, in some extent, sort of sexual. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's just natural. Maybe I'm creating the stuff out of nothing. A lifestyle or a cult. Yeah, blame Adam and Eve, exactly. Just gotta blame Adam and Eve for everything.
I'm still here for you, Eddie.
Regardless, opening night is a month from now. I doubt you shall see me again, for I shall not need your services. The public thought they knew what a clown was. In a month's time, they will forget Grimaldi and Bozo, and only Keen's clown will remain.
Bozo's not an actor. It's just Bozo the clown. Why is he even comparing himself to Bozo? What the fuck? To be fair, animals aren't smart or capable enough of making clothes, so who knows? I mean, monkeys are smart enough to create tools, so they should be smart enough to wear clothes. I mean, they literally decorate themselves with stuff. Like, they wear accessories. Monkeys have put grass in their butts to decorate themselves and be more alluring to their partners. So, in a way, they know clothing is a thing. They just don't wear anything. Pretty sure. And I know nobody wanted to learn that about monkeys. And I don't remember, I think it was because of Markiplier that I know this weird fact. I've been listening a lot to the podcast, Distractable, that he does with Bob and Wade. And I think they're the ones who mentioned that in the news. That was really weird. Very interesting. Before that, humans had no issue going around without clothes. Exactly. Adam and Eve just made all of the things a mess. If cats could make clothes, they would definitely make tuxedos for themselves. Yes, tuxedos and like princess dresses and stuff. And crowns. Cats would wear crowns. Not smart enough for full of clothes. Yeah, I don't think Edmund's ego would survive Keen becoming synonymous with fool or dumb. Do you think Keen means that? Isn't Keen just like an edge? A keen edge?
Therefore, why shall I need you? When I have the public's love that I am due, what need will I have for a therapist?
Oh God, poor guy. He really will never get help. Maybe as emotional support? Maybe?
You might need me for emotional support going into your next big role.
Oh, come now. I am now reconnected with my muse. I have all the support I need from him.
I don't think you've told me about them yet. Who's your muse, Eddie?
Why, it is I.
Oh, he's his own muse. Okay, that's why the muse was masculine. Usually muses are feminine. I think him walking away naked was unique to that one illustrated book version. Oh, it's in the pictures. It's a dirty book with naked people in it. I see. I said becoming. Didn't say it already meant that. Oh, sorry. I misread that entirely. Wolfie is back! Welcome back, Mr. Wolfie. I think it's very late over there where you are. Actually, it's probably very late for people who are in Germany and Denmark too. How How'd you guys even stay up this late? I don't even know. It's 8 here and I'm starting to get tired for some reason. You're not even tired. It's weird. You guys are like superhuman. Or you just live at night. I don't know. Just say you don't love him and now he will come every time to try to make you love him. That's a good point. That's a very good way for the therapist to come to have like a patient coming back all the time. It's 2 a.m. over there and it's only 1 in England. I really should head to bed right now. It's 2. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how you guys are doing it. Every time I go like beyond midnight, I want to die. It's just so horrible to be awake at that time in the night.
I should have guessed.
Do you have any final words of wisdom for me then, dear boy?
You gotta take care of your health. Entertainment. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes it's literally like a video game will keep me up really late. A video game or really good conversation. I think we're having a really good conversation right now. So I could stay up for a very long time. Oh, you're very sweet. Thank you for hanging out.
Theatre has lost its popularity because
It's
of my
very
absence.
fun to do this.
When the public takes notice of Edmund Keane once again, how might I prepare myself?
I did stream a lot later than usual today. Usually I try to stream a little early, but I had something else to do. I need to go shopping this weekend. I need to do all of the shopping. I've been thinking I need to buy more like work clothes because I didn't have like work appropriate clothes for the longest time. I've been putting it off for so long. I'm silly. I'm not a doctor, but I think this guy may be a bit of a narcissist. I think you're right, Angel. I don't think we can diagnose, but I do think you're right. I think personalization.
I just want to remind you, Eddie, that even if you give the greatest performance of all time, people ain't waiting for you. Think about how you felt when you were acting for yourself and not for the audience. Your most important audience member is you, compadre.
Ever the nemesis of mirth art thou, Sam Walls.
The nemesis
But
of
there is a
mirth.
little wisdom in what you speak.
Wow.
I shall remember Edmund
Oh!
Keane.
I'm gonna go and give you some rights in the Discord so you can see stuff. I'll do that right away. Welcome. And wait, you called yourself Danger Noodle. That's a funny name. You're the Danger Noodle. I'm the Scaredy Cat Noodle. I don't know why I can't see you. Okay, Rose, novitiate. Ta-da! You are now all novitiates of this person that I am. This entity. you got given rights. Yep. Everybody gets rights today. I'm giving rights away like left and right.
I suppose then that this is goodbye, dear boy.
It's mostly a Discord where you can talk about the stuff you've been watching, movies, anime, book recommendations. If you're writing anything, if you're doing any sort of writing, I love when people share. Mr. The Juice shared a lot of his writing. That was really cool.
You sure you don't want me to keep your sessions?
I will eventually be able to share some of my writing when I feel satisfied with what I'm writing, but I kind of feel like it sucks right now, so you gotta be more patient about that. You'll see my new model before you see any of my writing, that's for sure. Ha! We got the announcement for the Discord right now. Stream Elements is a little late. That's all good. I'm usually pretty quiet on Discord too. I try to post once in a while, and I try to post like the reels and stuff on there. It's kind of fun. I was pretty happy this week too. I got a video on YouTube on Thursday that got like over 40 views. It's like my first long form video that's got over 40 views. I was going crazy. Like I don't know what caused it. Why this one video has gotten so many like views, but it was the Psycho no. What was the name again? Psycho no something. Is the Yandere game with the girl that tries to kill us. That one is the one that's got the most people watching it. Yeah. Suggest games whenever you see something interesting. You want to hear me, you know, scream because the game is super scary. You just put it on there, and I'll try to check it out. I don't buy all of the games because I don't have that much money. So I usually wait for sales, is what happens most of the time.
There is no need. As you are so eager to help others, please do so, and worry not for Edmund Keene.
I am pretty easy to summon, to be fair. I try to check that thing all the time, and my Discord like really pops up to my cell phone all the time. So even if I'm at work, sometimes I still check Discord and I can still reply.
Tell you what, I'll keep it open just this once. I'll take the night off if you don't show up. Sound good?
Then I beg you enjoy a night of simple peace. You shall not see me.
Okay. He's gonna come crying.
And please, send me a V-mail. I shall arrange theatre tickets for you if you are ever in London.
I don't want to see his the play.
I'll do that, Eddie. You take care of yourself, you hear?
I shall be Edmund Keene's greatest advocate. Farewell, therapist. May fortune favor you as it has me.
Adios, Eddie.
Well, Samuel, it seems you are
Our
down
very
one client.
sweet, honey-voiced therapist friend.
Yeah, I guess so. If he thinks he doesn't need me, I guess I'm doing something right.
You are unsure.
Yeah, very unsure.
I don't know, Andy. I think that fella's got some more work to do, but he ain't ready to do it yet.
Exactly. People can only be helped when they are ready to help themselves. There's nothing else you can do.
I believe you are correct, Samuel. I did warn you that this was likely to happen with our dear Edmund Keene. Do not consider it a failure of yours. Remember that we are all on our own journeys, and some of us need a little extra time to reach the next stage of that journey.
Hello, Ultima. Hello, how you doing? It's a new game, sorta. I've been playing this one every Saturday. So we're kind of like 4 sessions in, I think. 3 or 4 sessions in. It's really cool. It's we're a vampire cowboy, and we're a therapist to other vampires. It's a really cool game. I'm falling for the therapist. This guy? Yeah, I'm falling for this guy the second he showed up in the very first, moment that we met this guy. He's got a great look. He looks very clean. He looks very wise. He's very sweet and nice. He's got a great voice. What is there not to like? I also like the streaming girl. She's really cute, but a little bit crazy. It is epic. Exactly. Him? He's 3,000 years old. No, even he's older than that. I think he was 8,000 years old. Like he's a little bit too old for me. I am simping. You're right. I should stop. Or maybe I should continue. Who doesn't want someone who's 3,000? Exactly. Like that is the right age gap. That is the ultimate perfect age gap that everybody should strive for. You should never go for someone that's just like a decade older or like a couple years older. That's ridiculous. You should go for the ancient hag. You should go for the entity from 8,000 years ago, like this guy. He also turns into a bat, which is cool. Only artifacts will do. ancient beings,
or in my case,
of
a few
wisdom.
thousand years. We cannot control the mind of any other.
Yeah, I suppose that's the way it's gotta be.
Go downstairs and have a drink to fate's whimsical turns. It is that which we cannot control that makes the world so rich and interesting.
That's a good point. If we could control everything, we would never be surprised by new events and new things in our life. Like, I find this game really philosophical in a good way. It's really fun. If he didn't get chummy with King Tut, is he really a man yet? I don't know anything about King Tut. What about that one? I don't know anything
Andy,
about that
sounds
character.
good right about now.
Or that historical figure, I should say.
Go then, my friend. The night awaits. Rest in peace.
I think there's a lot of people I would want to get chummy with before King Tut specifically. Right? Who's King Tut? Wait, is that a joke I'm not getting? Who's King Tut? Mummy style. Who's King Tut?
Well, that was a weird one. I guess it always is with Edmund. Half the time I can't make heads or tails of what that feller's saying.
It's just a pharaoh. Okay, it's a pharaoh. What's special about him? Oh, he's dead. Old and a mummy. A mommy. Interesting. He's a little mummy kind of guy. Okay.
I'll go check in with Crimson and see if she's got any of her wisdom to share.
Yeah, let's go see Crimson. Why do we say Crimson instead of Crimson? This guy has something on his brain. Or maybe I do.
Crimson?
The drinks are flowing and the blood's pumping. Can't ask for more than that. How are you, Sam?
Remember when I watched your stream and see that boba tea? I crave it. Me too. I had a boba this morning though. I was so happy. I was so happy to have my boba. Like I don't make a lot of boba lately because I was trying to save all of my boba because I make it and like I don't want to run out. But actually today I used the last of it, so I have to make an order for like boba. Secret crush on Crimson? Really? You like Crimson? Yeah, she looks kind of cool. She's a lawyer. She's got a big brain. That's the coolest part. You're opening Uber Eats right now. Yes, do it. I'm gonna order. Actually, like I was thinking of maybe one day when I become a little bit bigger than what I am, like when I have, I don't know, 500 followers or something, like I could go to like the store where I buy all my boba and tell them, hey, I want to do a sponsorship. You give me boba and I tell everybody about you. Because the fucking boba is so good. It's the best. Actually, I would even be ready to say, buy boba there even before they sponsor me because it's just so good. But it's a Canadian brand, I think. So I don't know if they ship outside of Canada. I don't know. No, Sam has one with the Crimson pronunciation. Oh, you're saying he's got a crush on Crimson. Crimson isn't your type? I see. She's a, you know, she's cute. She's got a big brain. She's smart about philosophical stuff too.
Well, I had my first client graduate. They quit therapy today.
Yeah, they quit. It's not graduation when they quit.
Congratulations, cowboy. Helped a vampire see the light, huh? How do you feel about it?
If the vampire sees the light, I think the vampire's dead, my lady. Poorly,
I swear
actually.
this fella's just doubling down on the stuff that's making him unbalanced.
Okay, yeah, go sleep. It's 2 a.m. It's normal to be sleepy at 2 a.m. You go and have a really nice sleep. And thank you so much for coming by.
He thinks he's gonna make the whole world admire him. I'm afraid he ain't nearly born enough for mass appeal.
That is the thing. Mass appeal requires some level of generic element. If you want to be interesting to everybody, you kind of have to be boring so that everybody kind of finds you identical, like finds you common denominator kind of thing. Because if you're too different, too weird, too out there, too unique, then you're gonna have a very smaller niche of followers and admirers. That makes the most sense. So you have to be kind of generic to be good for mass appeal. Exactly, mainstream. Exactly.
Sorry to hear it, Sam. I'm sure he must have gotten something out of talking to you, though.
There's a lot of like big like groups. Like I listen to a lot of K-pop, and there's like a bunch of groups, K-pop groups that I used to really like, but the bigger they've become, the more their music has become generic. And for that reason, I feel like I kind of fall out of love for their song, and the group entirely. I stopped following them because they have less of their unique style that got me into them initially. I always thought it was like I was being weird, that when they got famous, that I was like abandoning them because they were not good enough for me anymore. But then I really realized that their sound changed. Like I used to listen to a lot of like Tokyo Hotel when I was a teenager. I was an angsty teenager. Don't, you know, that's a thing. And the second they started to sing in English and were, you know, famous in the US, they lost their style to me. They lost their unique element. I almost went a whole stream without Noodle mentioning K-pop. Never. I will always mention K-pop. Also, have you watched the K-pop Demon Hunter, Wolfie? You need to watch that. Also, you went to watch a movie earlier. You didn't say what it was. Or ungodly but fascinatingly cursed. You become less of a person and more of a specimen that people wait with bated breath to see what happens next. Yeah, that is also a thing. The bigger you are, the less close to a person you are seen by people. That's the thing. I mean, German singing English. I mean, German singing English is perfectly fine. but I do like the original sound of their own music. Like the English, like the original German music was better. That's because I didn't know what it was prior to watching it. Oh, you didn't know what the movie was before. Well, what is it now? Now you can tell us you watched it.
Well, even if not everyone loves what he's doing, at least he's doing what he loves.
Hey, I'd call that a win, cowboy. Not everyone gets to do what they love.
Yeah, not everyone gets to do what they love. That is so true.
Sounds like you got some feelings about that.
Oh, does she not do what she loves?
All right, I'm gonna let you in on a big, dark secret. Maybe even darker than the fact that I drink blood.
Oh, darker than that? It's because I didn't know what it... Okay, it was Dragonheart. Is that the movie from the early 2000s with a dragon where they have to slay the dragon to get the heart and do something about it? Is that the one? I find there's only one K-pop group I really stick with in the end, but even them do release a song every now and then that just meh. Yeah, same. There's so many meh songs nowadays. Oh, what are we playing? We're playing Vampire Therapist. We are being a therapist cowboy here. We're a vampire therapist cowboy. It's a lot of, you know, adjectives for this one guy. And we are treating a bunch of patients. That's what we're doing. Also, welcome back, Bugwitch. Thank you so much for coming back and watching the stream. This is the stream I told you about. This is the game I told you about that you might like. It's all about being a therapist to people who need help. It really is insightful and philosophical. It is really nice. Mr. The Juice says, I'm very kinky, a real freak. There's no secret, Crimson. People can tell by looking at you. I mean... yeah, I guess it's not a secret that she would have some darker secrets. It's the one with Sean Connery doing a dragon impression and Dennis Quaid doing a knight impression. That's not very nice. Boy, I'm sure it's not very off. But I think, yeah, I think that is the movie. That is the movie I saw when I was very young. That's not the best movie I could think of, but my sister was obsessed with dragons, so we rented that VHS. I think it was a VHS, might have been a DVD actually. I don't remember.
With high honor, Crimson.
I like
Crimson.
being a lawyer.
Oh, she's sad to not be a lawyer anymore?
You're right. That is dark.
Oh, shut up. I was good, Sam. I fought the good fight, and I knew case law like the back of my hand. The law just moved too slowly for me in the end, and getting cancer made it seem meaningless.
So what's interesting about her is that she's still a human. She had cancer. Because she drank some vampire blood, she became immune to the cancer. Like, it cured her. But she's now, like, kind of pseudo-immortal as long as she drinks the blood. So she can't really be a lawyer anymore because she doesn't age anymore. She's gonna be 30 years old for the rest of her life as long as she's drinking blood. My favorite line in the movie was when the friar shot a dude in the butt with an arrow and he said, "Turn the other cheek, brother." That is a good one. That's a very good one.
Now, I love this place, and I love Andy, but I know I wasn't born to bartend.
So yeah, she's like, right now she's working in a vampire nightclub to be able to get her fix of blood, probably. But she probably doesn't want to do that her entire life. Like, she's doing this just to survive. That's very dark. That's very sad.
Couldn't you practice law in Germany?
You try learning German and tell me how it goes, Desperado.
It's not just learning German, but then German law is very different from American law. Like, she's from Washington. Like, she need to adapt to so much.
Oh, come on. It ain't that hard. I've picked up some German already. Ich spreche Deutsch good.
No, you don't. That's not how you say that, my dude. That's all written weird, too. This is so bad.
Maxi, the cowboy is
oh, no, not those two.
Too cute. I believe I shall burst.
This is Matthew Mercer voicing this guy, by the way, guys. If you didn't know already, I like Matthew Mercer. I want him in every one of my video games, but this character really pisses me off. Actually, these two characters piss me off. They're the first humans that we meet, and the game forces us to drink their blood. Like, we don't even get a choice to say no, and I was kind of upset. Like, I don't want to be forced to drink blood, and for that reason, I've been like kind of refusing to drink the blood of everybody since. But I refuse it, but the game still pretends that I do. It's silly. Bogwitch is like hot. Yeah, I mean, they're cool, but I don't like that we're forced to do stuff with them. And they're also kind of creepy. You'll see. They're kind of predatory.
Cowboy, kom vi sa, sein wie will teach you how to speak sehr good Deutsch.
Yeah, sure.
I think I hear my dinner calling. I'll talk to
Exactly,
you
the
later,
dinner's
Crimson.
calling. They like to have their blood drunk. They like
gentle with
they like
him,
to
you
be
two.
sucked dry.
Now we will teach you the German that is most important for you to know.
Do we want to know?
It is important to ask politely when you wish to drink from someone's neck.
Uh-huh.
Tell them, your neck is beautiful. May I drink from it?
Oh, you're not teaching it in German?
Ihr Hals ist wunderschön. Darf ich von Ihnen trinken?
Oh, yeah, his German is not too bad. The accent. Yeah, I know, right? But I mean, it's not that bad. I've heard worse German from an American dude. Like, the voice actor is American, so it's not that bad. Doesn't help that everybody was pushing Sam into going to the kink room with them in the beginning. Yeah, he was not comfortable with the kink room, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're such a prude. You're an American." Blah blah blah. They're like making fun of him for not liking the kink room. Like, it's his own, boundary. Why are they crossing his boundary? Because it's like the butt of the joke. Ihnen trinken. I did study German. I'm not even gonna try because this is gonna be really bad. As I have German, I feel uncomfortable hearing them talk English. Yeah, they are doing a very, very intense German accent.
Now ask Reinhardt if he will let you drink from his neck.
It's so funny.
It is very important to get the
Germans.
declensions correct in
Yes.
German.
Germans. Kind of sounds like germs when I say it. I'm sorry. It's very important to get the declensions correct. Yeah, in Latin too. Oh shit, I have to say that now? Where was that? That's not right. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Ihr Haus ist wunderschön. Darf ich von Ihnen trinken? Let's just pretend I said that right.
Your halls is wonderschön.
Wonderschön, guys!
And drinker?
Wow. I didn't hear them speak. I want to hear. I mean, it's the closest one.
Oh, meine Ohren.
His ears, poor ears.
You have made my boyfriend sad, cowboy. Now you must drink from
The
his neck
accents
to
were
make him
totally
feel
missing
better.
from them. You must drink from his neck. Oh, sure, I'm gonna drink from his neck, sure. I'm skipping that.
Maxi, now I'm feeling very disoriented.
Maybe my German's gonna sound better now.
Oh, so I've done many club drugs.
I will take you home, Knutkugel. Now
What
what do
now?
you say, cowboy?
What do I say?
Oh,
Thank you?
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön!
Dankeschön.
This game is
sexy.
horny.
We
Yeah.
must practice together so.
I put a warning on the stream that it's gonna have some sex stuff in there because these guys are just always doing sexy stuff.
I must take this hot little man home now. Tschüss, tschüss.
Tschüss.
Yeah, see you later, you two. Well, it's about time for some shut-eye anyway.
Yeah, let's go to our little coffin. We're gonna have the streamer girl now. She's intense.
Good evening, Samuel.
She
I believe
believes
you are
the
seeing
world
your
is
elder
evil.
vampire tonight.
And she should never leave her house. That's what she believes.
That's right. I hope she's making some progress. Well, the world sure did a number on that lady.
She did have a really hard life, so I do understand why she would hate people.
I
I get it.
hopeful. One does not live so long without being very resilient.
It sounds like you.
I have had a number of
We'll see,
death
we'll see.
incidents myself, and I had been trained to fight since childhood.
She doesn't really respect boundaries either. Like, she likes to call the cowboy guy a mouse, and she wants to, like, do some pet play with him, and whenever he says he's not comfortable, she still kind of continues on. She's intense.
That's true. She's clearly got a few tricks up her sleeve. I don't even know how she plays them 3D video games.
She doesn't even understand what video games are.
Based on her last session, you probably have some idea of her current concerns. Would you like to prepare your distortions?
Yeah, let's go check out
Yeah, I guess
distortions.
I'd better do that. Now, let's see.
Her main distortion is overgeneralization. She's saying everybody's out together. Every man is evil. Every person is dangerous. The world is scary. Like, that's her main thing. But she's got other stuff. What does she have? She has... Whew. She doesn't think the world revolves around her. That makes no sense. She does have control fallacy. Like, she feels like she has control over her followers. That's so true. That's a good one. She's so right. Yes, so right, queen. She likes people saying that, actually. She likes her followers on stream to say that she's right and that she's allowed to kill them and drink their blood, and they're happy to die from her killing them. It's pet play code for furries. It's different. It's different, but it kind of is similar. I must confess. It is very similar. I am, how'd you say? Terminally online. I know too many things that I shouldn't know. the pattern, you are hallucinating a pattern right now. Medi is close to Teddy. Is it now? Her name is not actually Medi. Medi is a nickname based on a mispronunciation of her name. She's got a Gaelic name that's pronounced Maeve, but because there's a D in there and people pronounce the D, then she took the nickname Medi. What does she do? Like maybe mind reading? She might have some Nosferatu thinking. I don't think she's labeling very much. She doesn't have like a lot of feelings like rules to follow. She doesn't have that much of a should stuff. She doesn't blame really. Maybe emotional reasoning. I will go with that one. I don't like it very much. I don't fully understand it, but yeah.
All right.
I bet she has a persona. Maybe. She's pretty medieval. That's a good one. She's also pretty old. I think she's 3,000 years old. Do you think vampires have werewolves as personas? That would be very funny. I want to see that. They would be pissed about it though. They wouldn't want to admit it.
Very good, Samuel. I shall leave you. I believe I hear the flapping of ancient wings.
Ancient wings. Yeah, she's 3,000 years old.
Favorite mouse.
We're gonna just go check what I forget. This one, emotional reasoning. I always forget what it is when we act like our feelings represent reality. Okay, so her fear is making the world a fearful place, a fearsome place. Okay, so that would make sense for her. Also, we're gonna go see our notes on, we read this one. Keen, we got our 3rd session with him. I guess that's it for Eddie. He quit therapy today. I guess I'll close out my notes. Eddie got cast in a play as some famous clown he had a rivalry with back in the day. He's rekindled his love for acting, not just the audience. Still thinks everyone is waiting for him to light up the stage, obsessed with his own Wikipedia. I don't know how I feel about this one. I hope I'm wrong and that Eddie is going to be fine. Actors are strange. Yeah, they are strange. There he flies. Yes, he does. He's our little bat friend. And he helps us when we make mistakes too. Like he's always around. So all the patients flirt with their therapist. Somehow, in this game, that is the case, yes. They've all had, at least at some point, said something kind of flirtatious. I think I've been doing this therapy thing wrong. Maybe I have too. You're right.
Good to see you, matey. How's this month been for you?
Oh, it's been ever so tiring. My glitch channel hit 100 million followers, and they are all very hungry for content.
She puts a lot of pressure on herself to always produce more and more. Like people want content, she's gonna produce it. She also has an OnlyFans, and glitch is the word for Twitch. So she's bearing it all for her public.
What do you
Let's
mean
say
by
it like
content? Is it like making a TV show?
that. I mean, it's like art, my dude. I'm explaining this to myself right now.
No, silly mouse.
Ooh,
do you know how
yes,
we're
convenience store.
all the time?
You're gonna get some snacks.
More
Yeah,
kids are like
OnlyFans.
that
I think
too,
that's what they called it.
for content.
Go get some snacks. Bring me back some chips. Okay, maybe there is no chips. I don't know about your convenience stores.
It means constantly putting up new things on the internet. If they don't get content, they get frightfully bored.
I mean, there's a lot of content that doesn't need to come from you only, my girl. They could get multiple types of sources of content.
I can see.
Oh, that's a really cute emote. I love it.
It's alright, silly cowboy. It can be very nice. They're always very excited to see me. And they give me ever so much money. I don't know what to do with it all.
Donate it, lady. That's what you gotta do.
Well, sounds to me like you can afford to take a break, huh? Did you take that day off like you promised?
Oh yeah, that's what we told her to do.
I did. I didn't like it very much.
I'm sorry to hear that, matey. What was bad about it?
It was very quiet. It was just me, alone, with no one to talk to but the voices in my head. And those voices are very unkind.
Big, you need to talk to those voices now. You should stop listening to them and tell them to shut up.
What do they say?
They say, Medi, you're being a very naughty vampire. You should respond to your zealots. You should be planning your content.
Ah, shit. So the should statement fallacy should have been in our list. It's not. So we're not able to help her with that should statement here.
Yeah, I gotta confess, I got almost no idea what you're talking about. I didn't get much past email.
Yeah, he doesn't even understand how emails work,
I don't know what I'd do without the internet. I'd probably be a pile of ashes. Or maybe a desiccated, bloodless corpse.
Whew. Okay, so that would be maybe Nosferatu thinking. Like she's going into black and white thinking.
Well, that's some pretty extreme thinking there, miss.
You want this game?
You lived without the internet for a real long time. I don't know why you'd turn into a desiccated corpse without it.
This game is pretty cool. It's not very expensive. I think it's like a AA game. And it's got like a DLC. I got the DLC. It's for couples counseling. So I can't wait to do it. But they say you can only do it after the main story. So it's a really cool
I could
game.
live without it for a little while. But, you know, I don't belong here in this world. Right, little mouse?
No, I don't know that. That's that extreme thinking again. There ain't no such thing as belonging perfectly, and there's a lot of space between thriving and being dead.
As a professional self-talker, you just gotta wrangle them with from time to time and you'll be fine. Let the mind wander around in your favorite topics. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm much of a self-talker. The expression I use, at least in French, is talking to the walls. This idea that when like you need to talk, at least you're talking to something, so you talk to the walls. So I'm not talking to myself, but I still talk a lot when I'm alone.
I mean, look at us. We're both alive and dead, so I think we do a pretty good job of proving extremes not to be true.
Yes. I suppose you must be right. We're very bad at staying still like proper dead people.
I gotta ask, how'd you get so good at all this internet stuff anyway? I can't keep up with all this modern technology.
You shoot them in your head. Yeah, that's one way to go about it. Or go for a walk with topics you hate and let off some steam. Yeah, that's another thing. You eat them. Or do they taste good? Too hard to not hit the brain. Oh god, big problem.
Well, back in the before times, I didn't need the internet very much. I used to live in the wilds where no one knew to look for me. If any silly mortals came to visit me, I would eat them. And if no one came to visit,
you see?
I could go hunting for them on my own.
She just eats them.
But now there aren't any wilds. Now there are motorways and nasty machines. Now there are suburbs and shopping centers.
That is a problem. That is a very sad thing. We need more wilds for sure.
So what did you do when the wilds went away?
I moved into the city, but I never liked it very much. People were very upset at me for being able to come out only at night.
We ruined the vampire ecology, yeah.
They started
we did.
to whisper that I was a witch. I know what mortals like to do to witches.
I mean, nowadays, people don't do much to witches. We just let them live, you know?
Up goes the eyeball.
Oh, yeah. That's what happened to her when she got caught by some people who didn't like witches. They destroyed her eye. And then she got this really cool pink eye instead, which is really cool.
Oh, right, yeah. Funny. So, how'd you manage?
Well, I found out I could get mortals to do things for me. In exchange for a peek at my naughty bits, and for their miserable little insect lives, they would clean up after all my messes.
Oh yeah, because she kills people and she doesn't even need to clean the corpses. People come and grab the corpses for her. We only burn them metaphorically nowadays. Yeah, that's true.
That mortals only ever wanted one of two things from me. To kill me, or to do sexual things with me. As long as they think they can have a chance of sexual things, I can control them.
Control fallacy right there. She definitely sells gamer girl bathwater. Yep, probably other stuff too.
I hate to say it, Medi, but it's a bit of a leap to think you can control people what can't control themselves.
Oh, but I am a very old lady.
So am I.
And I know things you do not.
So do I. That would be a good idea for game cleaning up corpses. Yeah, that's a very interesting game concept that we've never played before, right?
I know that we can never control instinct.
My
That
bathwater?
is why I reduce my
I'm a
blood
real
bags
gamer girl.
to instinct.
I don't do that. Yeah, there is a game like that. We've been playing that game all week because I'm obsessed with it. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm not gonna sell bathwater. Or if I do, I'm just gonna put perfume in it or something. I would cheat out people. I would put like perfume or like I don't know, like ashes in there. I could sell ashes. The ashes from my incense sticks. I'm not sure people really like that. She can't make any, she goes straight through the tub. Yeah, I am corporeal, Mr. The Juice. I'm mostly corporeal. But I don't need to eat. I don't, you know, need, well, I do kind of need to wash myself though. Even if you don't produce sweat, that sort of thing, you still have to wash.
Oh, why don't you tell me?
Insects never lie. They kill, they eat, and they make babies.
A lot of animals do that.
Sometimes they eat their babies. They don't pretend to be intelligent and chivalrous. They just are.
So she's saying vampires should be like insects?
They never surprise me. That's why I don't let mortals surprise me either. If they were honest, they would eat their babies too.
Humans should eat their babies. That's what she's saying. I don't know if she's right. Do you not smell like a corpse then? Anyways, even if you bite. I mean, I'm not dead. I'm not undead. I'm not dead. I'm a revenant. So I don't smell like a corpse. And I'm not stinky. I'm not.
Well, that conversation took a kind of dark
But I
turn.
can't really prove it,
But
so
I think I get what you mean about not letting mortals
you're just gonna have
surprise
to trust my word.
you. You're protecting yourself, and that's a sensible thing to do.
You
That
think you
being
can
said,
bathe?
You seem pretty
I can
convinced that
bathe.
danger is a sure thing.
I can and I do.
That's right. If I let myself feel safe, that's when they'll come for me.
Yeah. I have had some things in my life that have made me reach that conclusion a couple times. That if you let yourself feel safe, if you are not always ready to protect yourself, defend yourself, that sort of thing, then that's when you'll get hurt again. And it is so easy to fall into this trap, but you have to get out of it. You like it's kind of a serious topic right now, but it is important to trust people, to put yourself out there, to just be ready to be hurt. It can happen, but don't fear it. And it is a lot easier to live life like that. Insects die all the time. Ever seen a praying mantis? I think it's praying mantis. Stay completely still when a herd of ants come walking. They lie to save their skin. Yeah. They lie, they pretend, they do a lot of things. Someone said let's make mental health sexy and made this game. I think so. And at the beginning, they do tell you that this game touches on very dark topics. Also, they do say that they have gone to real life psychologists to make sure that this is as close to what it should be and that it's respectful of various people, mental illnesses and treatments and that sort of thing. Pain always comes, you just gotta walk through it and keep moving unless it's like a wrecking ball, then dodge. I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, it's normal to not want to be hurt, but at some point you kind of have to accept that you will get hurt. That's part of life. Whether, you know, it's trusting people, making friends. Some people will give up on you. Some people will break your heart. Some people will mistreat you. You just gotta see it for what it is, put your boundaries up, and if they don't respect those boundaries, you move along. That's what it is. And that's kind of a hard lesson to learn sometimes. So what she's saying right now, by saying this, that's right. If I let myself feel safe, that's when they'll come for me. I think that's... I think that's what you're thinking. Oh, God, it's
the
not.
vampire-phobic persecution Mehdi has faced, but our feelings of safety, or lack thereof, do not affect reality.
Okay, so it's emotional reasoning.
That's right.
I think you might have that in reverse, miss, if you don't mind my saying so.
For life gives and it takes our hearts, don't make mistakes. Is that like a line of poetry or a line of like song?
Your being on the defense assumes that mortals are always going to be on the attack. But they ain't always going to go for it, not even on 4th down.
Oh no, Wolfie is getting exasperated at me again. What have I missed? What have I missed? I don't know.
What is 4th down? Is that a place where mortals go before they die?
It's a place they try to avoid if they want to make the playoffs.
He's into sports. He's a little goofball.
I think
Vampire
you're
sports
strange
fan.
as I am.
Yes, he is.
Thank you.
Everybody is strange, lady. You gotta accept that. Everybody's strange. That's the only generalization you're allowed to make, is that everybody's strange. I will let you think about it. For life gives and takes, our hearts don't make mistakes. You're gonna let me think about it? We're gonna be here until tomorrow. Like, I can think about it all you want. I don't get it. Life gives, it takes, our hearts don't make mistakes. I think there's a period missing. For life gives and it takes, our hearts don't make mistakes, right? I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna have to ask the AI to think for me. Right? Right? That's what you want me to do? You want me to resort to AI?
I like you too, Meddy. I'm just saying, you're right to protect yourself, but don't assume everyone's on the attack because of it.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta do it in balance. Google won't save your ass. God damn. Why would Google save my ass? Google's always saved my ass.
But don't let me interrupt you.
For everything.
You figured out how to get mortals to help you, and then?
The heart definitely makes mistakes. Thing can randomly stop it when it feels like it. That's true. The heart makes a lot of mistakes. It's not on Google. Is it one of your poems? Is it? If it's not on Google, then it's got to be your unpublished poem. Isn't the one you sent me the other day?
But they had a very nasty habit of getting caught disposing of bodies.
No, it's not. Is it? No. Is it? God damn, my brain. I don't have a brain anymore. Do not mind me. I don't have a brain. It's gone. It's almost 9 p.m. The brain is off. The little sign in the window says closed.
Policemen would shoot them into little bloody giblets. I don't like policemen very much.
Yeah, she don't like policemen. I kind of don't like them very much
I
either.
haven't had a good track record with lawmen either.
Yeah, there we go. He doesn't either.
That's why I don't use them as my helpers. I can't trust them not to take their guns out and go, pow, pow, blam, 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 blam. Ugh, oh, I'm dying. My guts are falling out. Oh, why, policemen? Why? Ugh.
I love her. She's so silly. Yeah, she says ACAB. Exactly. Exactly. So does the therapist, which is surprising. I was expecting him to
if my
be
blood bags died, it would mean I couldn't get a fresh
bit more
supply
on the
blood
side of the
without
police.
doing very risky things. I realized that the more blood bags I had, the safer I'd be. That's why when I found out about the internet, I knew I had to get online.
She's treating people like blood baths. That's very sad.
I guess that makes some kind of sense.
That would be called labeling. So she is labeling, she is limiting the identity of the humans that she knows to just their use for her. So like she's calling them blood bags. That's labeling.
Oh, it was so exciting though, little mouse. All of a sudden, I could make people do whatever I wanted without having to leave my flat at all.
It's interesting how, as a streamer, she has control to make people do stuff for her. I feel like since I started streaming, I feel like the opposite. Like people are telling me, you know, what they wanted me to do. Like the games, the stuff to do, isn't that the opposite? Streamers are more like trying to do what people want? I don't see how I could tell you guys to do what I want. You know? I couldn't say, I don't know. I want you all to go and buy chips. Right now. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you go out at 2 a.m., 1 a.m. or something and go buy chips? Get back to the game. You see? And it works. It works. I read now, get back to the game. I feel like I want to go get back to the game. The revenant system, go buy chips. Gotta go buy chips. Exactly. Exactly. Go buy chips. Eat all the chips. Chips is good for you. Not the British chips. I don't know how to call chips in British English. It's what is it again? It's crisps. So for Wolfie, it's crisps. When you become super popular, then you will have an army of Sims that will do what you will. But that's the thing. I don't see what I could tell anybody to do. I don't have any desire for people to do stuff. Unless it's like, take care of yourself, drink a lot of water, you know, go to therapy if you need it, take your meds, be kind to people, be what you want to see in the world, be the change you want to see the world. That sort of thing. Like, that's the only thing I want people to do. You're simp number 1. You're so cute. Ugh. The Bog Witch has claimed number 1. All right. I will allow it.
I had so many fans, and they would disappear, but then they would be replaced by even more, just like insects. It was very easy back then. All you had to do is say you were a girl and the grabby little grubs would come out of their holes. Ah, we want vaginas.
I do remember the early days of MMOs. The second you would say that you were a girl, and when you played those games, a bunch of people would just come on over and just give you free stuff. I do remember that. But nowadays in MMOs, like 50% of players are girls anyway, so I don't think that that's happening anymore. I refuse. I believe in equality. I believe in equality, but that doesn't mean that the world really believes in it too. My sound is on. Walk vaginas. You know, be careful when you watch the stream around people like your parents or your friends or your guests or whatever. It could be, you know, strange. It was always 50-50. Some would give you stuff, others would like call you terrible names. That is also true. That is true. Right now we're gonna call this overgeneralization.
So I ain't exactly gonna defend how men folk act on the internet, but going back to what we were saying before, using these funny labels of yours probably makes it easier to fall into the overgeneralization trap. If you label people on the internet grabby grubs, well, that's all you're gonna find. Know what I mean?
That is also a very good point. Mr. Therapist is very good.
Sometimes I think maybe you're a fun vampire. You take all the fun and go...
I don't get it. I don't get it. He's gonna drink the fun? He's sucking the fun out of everything. Okay, I get it now. My brain took a little moment.
I ain't trying to ruin your fun, Betty. Just asking you to think about the words you use and why you might be using them.
I do remember I had a lot of friends back then in MMOs and stuff. It was so fun. You'd meet a bunch of strangers, you'd join a guild, and everybody was active. And there weren't that many MMOs to choose from back then, so it was easier to be like, hey, I'm on this MMO, and now I have like 10, 15, 20 friends, and we play every weekend, that sort of thing. Nowadays, everybody's on different games. Like MMO's population is kind of dwindling because they're all separated into too many games. This game's honestly making me rethink my own therapist. He's not this insightful. This guy is so freaking insightful. He's so good. But then the writers of this game had the time to sit down and prepare everything he says. A real therapist has to improvise in the moment. Not every therapist is going to be very good at that. How big of a pain would having colored braids be? Like in terms of maintenance? I mean, they could just be add-ons. Like fake hair that she could have, and like she could make the braids out of them. Also, my username was created for the same MMO. Interesting. That's really cool. Lamentation is a very new name for me online. I used to have a bunch of different names online. A couple ones that stuck around a little bit more, but I didn't want to use them. They're not really me anymore. That's cool to have a name that's followed you so long. Welcome back, Ultima. What did you get at the convenience store? What did you get? Did you get any chips? I told everybody they should go get chips too. Why can't you be more like the sexy cowboy? Insanity noted. Sorry, what was that? That therapist is gonna think, yeah, he's gonna take some notes. He's gonna take some notes on you, Bogwitch, if you ask him to dress up as a sexy cowboy.
But
Could be a
then
problem.
People realized they could say that they were anything on the internet. It was all like a big game. And what do you suppose I said I was, little mouse?
I still remember one of your first usernames, Ultimate Noodle? That was never my name. You're the one who called me Noodle. I was never called a Noodle ever before. Sorry, sexy vampire cowboy. That's true. That's true. You gotta add the vampire part in there. Maybe a wizard?
Did you say you were a wizard?
No, I don't like wizards.
What? She's wrong. That's a wrong opinion. Wizards are the best. Everybody should like wizards. Ultimate Noodle. I'm willing to bet that wouldn't phase him at this point, though. Yeah, maybe. Maybe your therapist would even say, oh, improvements. No, I'm kidding. That sounds like an Xbox game tag name. Could be. My name used to be A-hole pyramid in German. Do not ask me why. An A-hole pyramid? Yes, wizards are the coolest. Maybe I should play a wizard in the next D&D game. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess I don't either. Always cheating at cards. That ain't right.
I think you're thinking of magicians, little mouse. I said I was a vampire.
Yeah, I knew. She literally said she was a vampire to everybody, and they didn't believe her, so it was fine.
That sounds kind of dangerous. I'm surprised you were so open
Wolfie
about it.
says
after
I
all you've
don't
been
judge.
through.
That's not true. Wolfie judges. Wolfie judges a lot. Why do you think he calls me Noodle? He judges my little noodle arms, and he called me Noodle.
Oh, but as far as they knew, I was only pretending to be a vampire because you could be anything you wanted to. Sometimes they would come to meet me in person and they were so surprised when I drank all of their blood. But I don't think they minded very much.
Don't think they minded very much? I think they did.
You honestly think they didn't mind being killed by you?
Yeah, silly lady. If we're a mouse, are we the mouse? Mickey Mouse? Shit. I don't think we would be able to do that. I think Disney would beat our butts into the ground before we could say we're Mickey Mouse. You with my legs, not my arms. My legs are noodles? What? Maybe. That would explain why when things are very scary, I just faint and fall to the ground. Yeah. Maybe that's also holding my breath when I'm too scared. She lost it. I'm not that lost. Yeah, she is very far gone, this lady. She likes to kill her followers. It's not very nice. Both can be noodles, you're right. I could be a whole ass noodle.
Of course not.
I'm a whole noodle.
It was their greatest dream for a pretty young vampire to drink all of their blood. They really, really wanted it to happen.
Okay, if you say so, lady.
Meta, you've been dead for what, 1,800 years? Somehow, I don't think you've got enough in common with a mortal in the 21st century to know what they're thinking.
Good point.
Suppose you must be right. I don't think it matters, though. Their lives are so very short. Nobody asks what insects are thinking.
My arms get exercise from drinking tea. I mean, sure. That maybe. I have to lift a very, very big boba cup all the time. I have to make the boba. That also takes a lot of energy. Every insect owner isn't very happy. Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, but at least you ain't presuming to know what an insect is thinking.
Oh, you're a very smart, funny cowboy, man. That's a very good point. It was certainly a much nicer time to be online, though. I think that was my favorite time of the internet. There was a little place there for everyone. Even me.
There's still a place for everyone on the internet. It's evolved, it's changed a lot, but I mean, there's a place for everybody. Oh, the boba are dumbbells and barbells? But why a cowboy? Because he died in the expansion, the Western expansion. He died in the Western expansion, and they wanted to connect him to Henry David Thoreau. who died in 1862. So he was a contemporary of Henry David Thoreau, the American naturalist and essayist that we studied in my literature classes. That's why. Am I the only one that hears booba, not boba? Yeah, you hear what you want. You hear what you want to hear, Mr. Wolfie.
I ran a web ring for vampires.
I do say a lot of things weird. Like Germans earlier sounded like germs.
Come, let us drink their blood.
I'm not, I got a weird accent. I just got a weird accent.
That some of the others were actual vampires.
It's okay though.
But even I didn't know. That's what made it so special. We would send V-mails to one another and talk about vampire things.
We are germs, not gonna lie. That's not true.
Silly games.
That's labeling right there. Drinking some boba tea, that would probably sell. They could really do it. That's the worst thing. That would actually work. Maybe that should be like the first thing I make as a streamer. I'm gonna make some boba tea and sell that online.
I think for the
no, I'm never gonna do that. I'm never doing that.
I had a community.
Gosh, you actually make it sound pretty nice. Maybe I should get a little more into this internet thing.
Yeah, cowboy, go on the internet.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're too late for that, internet little mouse. It's all gone now.
Well, dang, what happened? Where did the whole internet go?
It went to social media. Face Friend and Gibber and Stumbler and all those.
They're very good at creating names that we know what they are, and they're still like officially not the thing. That's so cool. Booba themed cup for the booba tea. Maybe we're onto something.
Instead of
I'm never doing that. That's never happening.
We just started.
I can promise you that.
The entire world to pay attention to us instead.
Well, that don't make too much sense to me. Sometimes when I was walking in the deep woods at night, I just used to have a good yell, but I didn't expect nobody to answer.
But that silly little mouse. The darkness is
Ooh,
always
she creepy now.
listening, and something will always call back. We just don't know who or what.
Guys, is she getting into the creepy stuff now? That's a lot of always. Also, whoever starts the business, you owe us all royalty.
I'm having a little trouble following. So it sounds like you had a group of people you trusted, and then just anyone?
That's right. I didn't know who they were. They just started following me. Some of them followed me because they thought I was pretty, and some because they thought I was strange, and some because their friends were following me.
That is interesting.
Suddenly, I had 1 million mortals who would do anything I wanted them to do, and believe whatever I wanted them to believe.
She really likes that power trip. She really likes to be in control. She feels like she has no control over her life, and so she likes to have that fake sense of control. It's very intense for this lady.
It's easy, you know, little mouse. They want to be controlled, and I can control them all.
There's two things going on. They want to be controlled is mind reading, and I can control them all is a control fallacy. We could address one or the other. I think the thing important here is the mind reading, that she thinks they want to be controlled is the issue.
To be controlled? How do you know that?
It would have been control fallacy too, that's the thing.
They live such short, confused lives, full of uncertainty. I'm doing them a favor, Mouseling.
Who's Hassan Piker? I don't know. I don't know much of anything. What the hell?
Even if that's true, you still can't read their minds. Maybe they don't want that favor. Maybe they don't know they're uncertain. Heck, maybe they even like uncertainty.
Oh, silly cowboy. They don't know what they want or don't want. You know that. The only problem is that I have so many of them to take care of.
Now, 1 million people is a lot. That is definitely a whole fucking lot.
The problem with having so many
I don't even know
followers is that I have to
how
feed
to
them with
handle
so much
a
content.
million people.
Even just playing video games all the time can be a lot of work.
It's not that much work, to be honest. Playing video games is the easy part. The editing and the marketing is the difficult part.
And you said that taking that break didn't do much for you, huh? You were just thinking about all the work you have to do for your followers?
That's right.
I get that. It is actually difficult to separate my own alone time, like my own like video game playing. Like every time I look at a game, I'm like, should I stream that or should I just play it on my own? Or sometimes I'm with friends and we're playing a game and I'm just like, that would have been really funny on stream. But sometimes you just gotta live the funny moments for what they are, and you can't stream everything. That makes no sense. That would be crazy if I tried to stream all the time. That would be too much. Yeah, that's the thing. Exactly. It is hard work.
It sounds like you might have a bit of an addiction, Betty. I got a question whether having all these followers is a good thing for you.
She has an addiction. Do I have an addiction? Maybe. I have an addiction to boba. That's for sure.
Having friends is nice, but these fans and zealots, well, it sounds like you've taken on a big task.
It is. But I can't help that they're so very needy. If they weren't so hungry all the time, I wouldn't have to feed them.
I think that's control fallacy because she says she's not in control of their needs.
Betty, I gotta say, you gotta take on some of the burden of this decision to feed all those fans of yours.
Exactly. You feed them so that they still want more and more, and you still respond to them and give them more. So definitely they're just gonna keep being a void, asking for all of your time and energy, girl. You need to be careful and protect yourself. Some days when I don't stream, I have time, and I always think, should I stream or just game by myself? Exactly. It's hard. And sometimes there are games that I'm just like, I really want to play that game, but then I'm like, but it would be the perfect game for a stream kind of situation. So I don't want to know the story ahead of time, but then I kind of do. So it's difficult. It is difficult to decide. But it's important to keep some things for yourself. Like lately I've been playing like Palia a lot on my own. It's a game I just like to relax. It could be something I could stream eventually someday, but you can't stream everything all the time. As someone that streams 6 days a week, I just treat it the same as if I was playing offline. I can't. I'm too activated when I'm streaming. Like I talk a lot. I'm discussing with you. I'm reacting to the content. I'm reading a lot more when I'm streaming. Because when I'm playing on my own, I don't read dialogues. I literally just click, get it away from me. I don't want to read all of that text. And then I just choose random decisions. And then I move on to like the fun stuff of the games. But when I'm streaming, I'm reading all of the logbooks and all of the notes and all of everything. It's very different for me. I'm much more activated when I'm streaming. And it is a lot more draining. And I have to like plan it around the times that I need to like eat too, because like right now I'm starting to have like a bit of like some need for snacking. Like I feel like I should like snack a little bit and relax, but I don't want to snack on stream because if I snack, you're gonna hear me chewing and it's gonna be like really annoying. It's gonna be a very annoying noise of like whatever I'm eating, so I don't want to do that. You don't want to read dialogues when I stream. I'm not a performing monkey. I am. Maybe I shouldn't have cat ears. Maybe I should have monkey ears. for N2 and Mr. the Juice, who were saying about they were gonna draw me with cat ears or something. Eat sloppy cereals, yeah. Start drinking and making a lot of sapping noises. Sure, I'm sure everybody would love that. For me, it is the multitasking between chat and the game. Yeah, definitely. Right now, I'm not even multitasking. I'm doing one at a time. Either I'm doing the game or I'm talking to you guys. That's when I get really tired that I do that the most. You forgot about it. God damn it, I should have shut up. I should have freaking shut up. I'm never referring to that ever again. I'm never saying that ever again. You're gonna forget it, Miss. The Juice is gonna be, you know, it's never gonna come into existence.
Feeding them ain't your responsibility, you know. They can beg and whine all they like. You don't need to do a damn thing you don't want to do. And they don't need you as much as they think.
Yeah, just like I'm not gonna make some booba tea. That's not ever gonna happen. Say what again? I missed it. I don't remember. No, Mr. the Juice, you have to forget. I'm not repeating it. I'm not repeating it, Robite. I'm gonna call you Mr. Robite now. But that also requires different parts of your brain to be activated on, off, gain, chat, emotions. Yes. Yes. And part of it, like filling in the silences also is difficult. But I used to do like some like training and teaching and stuff like that. So kind of used to filling the silences with a lot of chatter and just making sure that I always have something to say. It's also draining, but it's fun. It's exciting.
Some of them say that I'm codependent.
Oh, they are therapizing you and saying that you are codependent, lady. You shouldn't believe what people say online about you. You should go see an actual therapist, and that therapist is going to tell you if you are indeed codependent. I don't think she is, personally, but you know.
Well, I think those might be the ones who actually give a damn about you.
Ugh, I don't
Do
know.
they give a damn, or do they just like to label people?
At least there are some that need a little less attention. It's the zealots who are the most demanding.
What's a zealot? Well, I don't understand. Are the zealots like the subscribers?
Remind me again, who are these zealots?
Okay, thank you. They're gonna tell us more.
From my Only Zealots page.
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
that.
website where I show my breasts and vulva.
Right, details. Thank you, lady, for specifying. I'm sure the cowboy had no idea what that was.
Oh, yeah, that one.
He's as uncomfortable as I am, great.
Don't be scared, little mouse. You're acting like a mortal. It's just squishy parts. We all have them. They're not special.
Yeah, but we don't talk about them to everybody we meet, you know? Lady, you can keep some stuff private, too.
Oh, fair enough. I'm just not a very European vampire yet. So, these zealots, they take up a lot of your time?
Yes. It's frightfully bothersome. But they're ever so reliable. And someone has to go deal with my landlord and my computer upgrades. And go to prison for me if necessary.
Go to prison, goddamn. Why does your VTube model remind me of Dazai from Bungo Stray Dogs? I don't know that one. I'm gonna go check it on Google right now. Bungo Stray Dog? Oh, he looks really cool. I remember I started that anime. And then I lost track of where I was and I never finished it. Somebody else told me that my character looked like the Chainsaw Man girl. I forget her name. Chainsaw Man. What's her name? She got red hair. I forget her name. Makima. Exactly. And I started watching Chainsaw Man for that reason. But eventually my character is going to change. Like actually soon-ish. My character is going to change. It's not going to look quite as anime, unfortunately, anymore. It's going to be more Western art. Yeah, Chainsaw Man, I actually started it too. I haven't finished it. And Bungo Stray Dog, it's been a while. I started that. She's going to get cat ears, guys. No, never. Don't say that. You're going to remind our Mr. the Juice. Oh, because this is not a model. This is a free model I got online. Like anybody could decide to use it. So it's not really Mimi. I started streaming not too long ago, in March, and I just wanted to see if I was gonna like it before I started putting money into getting a model to be unique for me. And so now that I know I like it, I'm gonna get a new model. It's not so much that I hate anime, it's that if I want an anime model, I'm gonna try to find a Japanese person to draw it. I find the majority of affordable artists are gonna have like a more Western style. I have a really hard time finding an affordable like artist. Like I found a couple that I really like their anime style, but they're very, very expensive. And I don't have that sort of money right away. She's been promising this model for months. Yeah, for about 2 months. But that's because the artist has a lot of shit going on in her life and I don't want to put any sort of pressure on her. I have no urgency to have the new model. Like she's making it in between her real life job and real life family things, and I don't want to make her like do it faster. I want it to be something she's happy with and proud of. But the emotes are coming soon, and the emotes that I had made for the new affiliate that I'm going to be switching probably this week, they're about to be done. I saw the final versions today. There's going to be an animated one and a bunch of others, and yeah, the emotes are going to be the new model. So you'll see the model before it's out. You'll see what I look like. It's really cool. I may have taken some inspiration from Apothecary Diaries. I really like the main character in that. It was really cool. You could draw me a noodle model in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna be an actual noodle. You're just gonna do a little noodle drawing. Make everything myself for my channel because I don't have any money. Yeah, that's the thing. With my day job, I'm able to put some money aside, but I kind of don't want to put all of it into that. Don't be too excited. His noodle model is gonna be literally a noodle. He's gonna draw a little stringy line on a sheet of paper and he's gonna call it a day, I'm sure. I know Wolfie. Slander. It's not slander if it's real and it's true.
Dang, it sounds to me like you're asking way too much of each other. This can't be healthy. Isn't there a better amount of interaction on these websites?
But I always know best when it comes to the internet. I have more followers than just about anyone, little mouse. There's something more, though.
Jinxie? No.
The internet and how it works.
It's going to be...
It's a secret, though. Can you keep
Mau
a
Mau
secret, little
inspired.
mouse?
For a second, I was like, what's her name again? It's Mau Mau inspired.
Nothing you say leaves this room.
Very subtle, though. Like, it's not going to be like an actual Mau Mau character.
Well, the secret is that the internet is changing. Because of me.
Control fallacy?
Maybe I know you've got a lot of followers, but the internet
I
changing
love
to
Mau Mau.
fit you,
She's so cute.
that's a lot to swallow.
She's the best.
But what if it's true? I think it's true. I really do. I see it changing.
That's scary, though, to think that because you think it's true, that it is true.
All right, there it is. You think it's true, but you ain't sure. There's mortals and vampires
that's
all
a cute
over
little
that thing.
emote.
None of
Kitty
us are
emote.
that special. There's probably a lot of people out there feeling the same thing you are.
Oh, but I know something they don't know.
How do you mean?
I discovered something. Do you know how I told you that the internet used to be a nice way to meet people who thought the way I did?
What is she gonna say? What has she discovered? I don't... What?
Well, yeah, I think I got that.
Well, something there in the darkness is helping me. It makes people think they know me and want to follow me and be close to me, even if they wouldn't normally like me.
What?
It has been watching everything the mortals have been doing for a long time, and it remembers all of it, no matter how big or small.
What?
It counts every second, it remembers every click, it can tell you what you want before you even know it.
Is it the algorithm? It's the algorithm.
Well, you gotta be kidding me. Is it some kind of elder vampire?
I don't know, but it's growing very quickly. I learned how to speak with it.
No, it's the algorithm. Yes.
Algorithm. And it's hungry, even hungrier than we are.
Yeah, soon it's going to be called the AI.
It's the creature that told all those mortals to follow me in the first place. It decides what and how much content I need to make. It's probably listening to us right now. Says, I told you, the darkness is always listening.
Mitty, if what you're saying is true, I think this is some really dangerous shit. This algorithm sounds like it's trying to turn humanity into a big formula.
Kinda is exactly that, my dude. You're very, very smart, Mr. Cowboy.
But it's doing it. What if all mortals really are just the same?
Mitty, I don't think that's true. You said it yourself. People used to find each other because of their similarities, right? Now this algorithm, I don't think it's proven humanity is all the same. I think it's trying to push humanity all in one direction.
That is the thing.
It's trying to make them all the same.
Yeah, exactly. It is artificial. It's not finding people similar and putting them together and making small little bubbles of communities. What it's doing, this algorithm, is saying, you've got the choice between all of these things that I've decided that you should see. Like when you go on YouTube, it decides what you're going to see. And you have to ignore what YouTube is pushing you in order to search for stuff. And even when you get results for your searches, it's only the things that YouTube wants you to see. That is true. It's so very true. They have an algorithm on social media sites. If teen girls delete a selfie, it will trigger adverts for makeup, as they will be labeled as having low self-esteem. That is, I would believe it, to be honest. I think a lot of that can be kind of conspiracy to a point, but I would believe it. I have so many like adverts showing up depending on the kinds of searches I've been doing, or the people I've been around. Sometimes I will talk about something. What was it? I think we were talking about Epic. And for some reason, it started like showing me something unrelated, but by the same name. Like we're being listened to, we're being monitored in so many ways. It's something. Trying to make us all One Direction fans. Yeah, maybe. I won't submit. The group doesn't even exist anymore. That's true. It was verified. It was verified information. Are you serious? God damn. Algorithm be like, either become like us or be shunned. Yeah, or have no entertainment anymore. If you don't like what we're offering, like YouTube or Twitter or whatever, if you don't like what we're offering, then you're not important to us, is kind of the thing. Because they want to be able to force you to have ads and to buy new stuff and that sort of thing. That is their entire goal. They want to make money. That's the only thing that it matters to them.
But why would it want to do that?
I don't know. I just got a bad feeling about this.
I have a sticker over my webcam on my laptop so they can't spy on me. That is also a thing that's been done. Hackers have been able to get into cams on people's computers and been able to watch them. I like in a lot of situations I've done the same thing. Of course you have. Everybody should
feelings don't make
be paranoid.
real.
But the thing is, like on your cell phone, there's also a camera. Do you put a sticker on that camera? I don't think so. They can see your face when you're looking at stuff on your phone. And they can see your emotion and know whether you like something or not. Pretty sure.
I know. I don't know. I think I don't know enough to say yet. Maybe.
I mean, that's a very good thing to do in life. When you don't know, you're not sure, you're not informed, it's better to say, I don't know enough.
But Medi, one thing I am sure of is that this algorithm thing is hurting you. It's telling you what content to make.
Maybe the algorithm wants us to be suspicious and thereby it is actually controlling us even though you think you're resisting. You got the ultimate conspiracy, Ultima. You got it. You got all of it. You let them enjoy the free news. That's the way to look at it for sure. I did have a sticker on my old phone, but I just got a new phone. Yeah, you did say that. You need to put a sticker on this one too. And then you can never take cool pictures of anything ever again because your camera is going to be weird after that. Ultima has ascended.
Who the hell is
Bring
it
us
anyway?
with us.
I gotta
Bring
ask
us
you to
with
think
you, I
about
mean.
what you want. Pretend there ain't no zealots and there ain't no fans.
That's kind of what I try to do, but it's very hard to do anything. Like in my writing, I try to write a book for me. I'm not trying to write a story for other people or for trends, because by the time you write a book to fit a trend, usually that trend is already over. So you should never do that. If you're trying to write stories and want to be traditionally published, don't do that. So write about what you want, write the book that you want to read, create the video game you want to play, and then try to find the people who will be interested in that. So he's right about that. Pretend there's no fans, pretend there's no, public, how's it called? Target audience, that sort of thing. Ignore that. It doesn't exist. You've ascended into despair? That must be so hard. Yeah. Calm down, Danganronpa antagonist. What? The algorithm isn't true. It's just humanity developing a hive mind. Trust me. What? Robite? If only you hadn't said earlier that you're always right, I would doubt you. But now I don't doubt you because I know this is true. Humanity is developing a hive mind, and it is called the algorithm. There are reported cases of people hacking into baby monitors too, which is pretty disturbing. Yeah, that one I've heard about it too. They would be able to see through it or talk through it. And there were cases of a person actually doing that and talking to a child, telling them to actually leave the house and put themselves in danger. So definitely do be careful about those things. I'm just like, why? Why even bother? Why even bother? Because some people just have bad intentions.
What would you be doing if they weren't around?
Are you alright, little mouse? You've gone quite pale, which is impressive for a vampire. I don't wish to worry you.
Oh, you don't worry me, Mitty.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just tell me you're gonna do something for you this month.
Yeah, do something for you. Every day. Do one thing for you every day. Support it.
Well, I used to make my own clothing. I could try to do that if it would make you feel better, my sweet little rodent.
Imagine spending your feeble human years doing stuff like that. Pathetic. It is pathetic. It is. Don't do
What'd
that.
make me happy, Mitty, is you doing something just for you. Does that sound good?
Alright. I'll try then. I will see you next month?
Yeah.
Of course. You take care of yourself.
We have...
I'll be looking forward to seeing what you've sewed up next time.
Yeah. We have one patient a week, by the way, guys. We are the most prolific therapists in the history of humanity. One patient a week. And then... I don't know what we do the rest of the time. Just, I don't know. That's a good point, Wolfie. The internet connects us with the entire of humanity. Includes the disturbed. For sure. It will be over in an instant and people just wasting away. Anyway, cat supremacy! Cats are pretty cool. Read that as screwed up this time.
Then,
Don't screw
farewell,
up!
little mouse. I hope you find a nice hole to scurry into.
Why did that sound dirty for a second there? Okay, my mind is
Hey,
a bit
did you
better.
get
I'm
that
sorry,
stuff
guys.
About the algorithm? You ever heard about anything like it?
I am not eager to reveal such things to you, but there are sleeping terrors that could certainly consume us if we are unlucky enough for them to awaken.
He's making it into some sort of like metaphysical, magical shit. God damn it.
This, no, I am not aware of any such creature.
He's not connected to the internet?
What Mitty described, a creature that takes note of every small change in nature, sounds like a force of nature itself.
Nah, it's just a man-made algorithm, my
I will
guys.
make inquiries. Do not fear, Samuel.
Oh, he's going to reassure us next time. Tell us all about it.
Even if such a beast truly exists, it cannot change our nature as long as we are true to ourselves.
That's the important thing,
This
yeah.
only proves how important our work is, does it not?
We have to be true to ourselves. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I got a little spooked, but we'll be fine.
You know what might make you feel better? Dancing.
They keep trying to make him dance. They keep trying to get the cowboy to go dancing. He hates it. He doesn't want to do it. Stop it, people. He put the boundary and you keep crossing the boundary. He should get the fuck out. Two grandpas talking about the damn internet. Yes, you're right. That's exactly what it is.
I ain't that shook up, Andy. Maybe I'll go down and get me a drink, though.
Maybe you should be open to new things. Maybe.
I will not probe, though I am curious about your aversion to dancing. When you are ready to speak of it, I am here.
You're gonna be waiting a while, boss.
Yep, gonna be waiting a while. I'm not gonna talk about
As long
that.
as it is less than eternity, I will be here.
Oh god, he is hopeful about his lifespan.
Okay, you go do your wise old vampire wizard thing, and I'll go drink some blood. I'll see you later, Andy.
Rest in peace, Samuel.
I love his voice. God damn it. Even his chuckle is fucking cool. Music.
Another night, another soul canceled.
Another soul counseled. Okay. I want to go read on Medi. I got more insight into how Medi's letting the internet affect her, and he suspects there's an ancient angel. Oh, ancient fallen angel, not a fella angel. A fallen angel out there pulling the strings. Bases her personal value on her follower count going up. That's bad. You should never associate your personal value to that. Doesn't seem to have any real friends, just fans. Is letting this algorithm determine what she does all day. Still not spending time offline! Exclamation marks, exclamation mark. Whatever this algorithm is, it sounds like a real asshole. I'm worried this thing has really got its hooks in Medi. I'll keep pushing her to value herself though. That's very important. Everybody should do that. I want to go see if we have a new monthly update in here. Maybe. Yeah, we read the May 13, June 10. It's been a hell of a month. I've got a full caseload of clients and picking up new friends at Imanacht, and Andy says I've been doing a great job. Nope, we actually read that one too. Well, I guess we got nothing else to read here. That's unfortunate. And even though I would really love to keep going, guys, I think I need to start relaxing and then going to bed myself. And some of you, it's really, really freaking late right now. So I think it would be a good idea if we all took some time to do something for ourselves. And, you know, give ourselves some rest and drink water, take your meds, everything that's important in life. But also do a little something for yourself. I think we can learn something from this. I am telling some of you to go to bed. Some of you might also just be the morning. I don't know. It might be a different time of day. 3 a.m. is probably a good time to go to sleep. Yep, I think. 3 a.m. is the time when the ghosts and the demons come out. So you should definitely go close your eyes right now before they know, like, they realize that you're awake. They're gonna come and haunt you. You really have to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. This was really, really fun.